Certainty of death, small chance of success. What are we waiting for?
Fellas, I feel this is my lucky day.
Brilliant.
And we're live.
Hey, and welcome to another episode of Rankum. It's going to be a fun one day. This is part up, and it's not Rankum. I always stuffed it up, but it's second episode. Bracketeers. We are still talking about movies that appear the most hot on Rankum.
Bracketeers.
But yeah. So we've got Brian here. Brian, how's it going?
It's good. It's all part one, which is great. It's all the regular face people were on there, and see what happens on part two.
And we've also got Chris here. Chris, how's it going?
Very good. Coming off to High New York Comic Con yesterday, meeting Dante Brasco and David Tennant to do this, to have fun.
And last but not least, we got Jordan. Jordan, how's it going?
Going good. I'm looking forward to it because the last episode of Bracketeers, it was everyone from the movie Who Never But Me. So
And also,
I'm glad but I'm glad to be here at this time. And also, FYI, you may want to double check your mic, Malcolm. You kind of sound like you're underwater or something.
Like me the other night on the hard plot.
What happens? Like it might be the settings or like something.
Exactly.
Like
And it's
sometimes I can tell the difference between when it's coming from your actual like the webcam microphone or your real microphone.
yeah, no, it always for some reason it's always a 50
Like automatic switch.
when I join, it's going to do my webcam or my mic, but it should be fixed now.
Yeah, that sounds way better. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're good.
But that being said, I'm going to bring it. So basically,
Nice.
we've just got like the top, like the other 64 movies that were in the top 128 of movies that appeared the most times. When I reveal each matchup, I will announce like how much each movie has appeared and all that as well.
Cool.
Just for some interesting stats and that.
Yeah,
But
also, I'm not just gonna say that I didn't really have time to really watch any for this, but after looking at the bracket, I've seen like 99% of everything, if not 100%. I've seen almost everything. So.
oh yeah, I mean, it's one of those ones like when I realized I had forgotten to send you the list in the first place. But
Yeah.
like, I looked, I was like, yeah, Jordan's probably seen most of it. Like, there's
Yeah.
nothing really too obscure, but yet again, if it's not obscure, it's probably not going to be appearing the most times on Mankin.
I mean, the Balto Turbo Fights will probably pop up here. So
Yeah, but the thing about that is though that we're probably gonna get some insane matchups. So like I'm really looking forward to it. So it'll be fun.
Oh yeah. That first matchup we have is probably going to be painful a little bit for Jordan because we've got Star Wars: A New Hope up against National Lampoon's Christmas
yeah.
Vacation.
hey,
Yeah, we're already starting out with a hard one for me.
And yeah, Jordan's on the bottom, so Jordan goes first.
Of course, yeah. Well, man. So like definitely Star Wars is the better movie, but for me, I just think that the Christmas Vacation just holds a special place in my heart for me. Like I watch it every single Christmas time. Usually I try to catch it in a movie theater because they're usually showing it somewhere in movie theaters where I live, and it's just one of those movies that I can quote from beginning to end. Like it's just like just endlessly rewatchable for me. But also so is Star Wars, so it's a tough matchup. But I think just because I just have a little more affinity for Christmas Vacation, it might be the underdog here. But I'm gonna vote for Christmas Vacation. So.
But Chris, are you going to go for Christmas Vacation or Star Wars?
I love Will Shadeen movie. Don't love, I love it. Christmas Vacation. A lot of people are, but I do love it a lot. And I love Star Wars New Hope to death too. Had to go with the one I grew up with the most. I had to go with New Hope. Star Wars. I think it's music, the iconic character, the final, Death Star stuff is amazing. It's held up well. And a few Star Wars movie that keep going up on my ranking every time we watch it. So Star Wars New Hope.
Ryan.
Yeah, Christmas Vacation is my third favorite of the vacation series, but I'm going to go
Third, huh?
third on this one. It's the movie that changed cinema. Without Star Wars, you really get these fandoms, you really get these amazing these fans. You really get Star Wars Celebration. Star Wars gets my vote.
I mean, it's one of those ones. I'll slightly disagree that like if without Star Wars we wouldn't be fandom fans. I think there would have been something that would come along that there will be a big fandom if we never got Star Wars. I think
Eventually, but
there's yeah, because I mean let's not forget like Jaws was the first movie people lined around the blocks for to go see. So I mean
true.
if it wasn't for Star Wars, maybe everyone would be more into Jaws and there would be lots of shark movies, even though there's
Right. Some actual
but
good
yeah.
shark movies. Yeah, because there are a lot,
Um,
but good ones not so much.
but yeah, I mean, but just the stats, like Star Wars: New Hope has appeared 9 times on various different ranking episodes. It's actually the Star Wars movie. It's the Star Wars movie that has appeared the most times. Honestly, like more than Empire Strikes Back, which is something that
Nice.
surprised me. And Christmas Vacation has appeared 4 times, but then again, like it's a Christmas movie. It's not going to be popping up on all the time too much
Right.
because I think it's mostly just popped up when we've done Christmas related topics. I don't think it's maybe even I think it wasn't on the comedy of the 80s as well. I don't remember. But my vote's going to go Star Wars here. Like I do like Christmas Vacation, but I love Star Wars a lot more. So Star Wars is going to move on.
That makes sense. I figured Star Wars would be going
Yeah.
through.
Next up, we've got Demolition Man up against Alien. Chris, we go to you first.
So I think Demolition Man bits and pieces. Haven't seen the whole thing, but not love it. Like some people want to, I know are. I love Alien. It's one of the most scariest movie ever made. And even though I like the sequel a bit more, I think the scares are good. I think the next one is really good. I think the Weaver is fantastic in it. I think everybody does a great job. A great aspect of the movie, and one of the best horror movies from that decade. Alien.
Brian, Alien or Demolition Man?
I haven't seen Demolition Man, so I'll go with Alien.
Yeah, so Aliens only appeared 4 times on various different rankings, and Demolition Man surprisingly has only come up 3 times. Like it's one of those movies which, if you told me that it was going to be one of the ones that appeared the most times on, or was going to be up there when it's appearing a lot of times on ranking lists, people would say crazy, but like, because I know one of them is definitely the Sylvester, I think the Sylvester Stallone, the one that we did. The one where it was just ended up being me and Matt in the end. But yeah, Alien's a classic, and I'm pretty sure Austin's going to murder us if we don't put it through. So Alien gets my vote.
Yeah.
Jordan, what
Definitely.
Alien or Demolition Man?
Well, yeah, I'm a little surprised Demolition Man's one of the ones that showed up so many times, but I mean, I think that it's fun though. Like, I don't think that it's a bad movie by any means. I think that it's good. But yeah, Aliens is a classic, especially that first Aliens trailer is like one of my favorite movie trailers of all time, and it has one of the best taglines, like "On space, no one can hear you scream." It's just a really great horror movie, and introduced us to one of the best action, female action heroes with Ripley, and Sigourney Weaver's really hot in it. So I'll go with Aliens.
Alien moves on.
Yeah.
Next up, we've got Scream.
Oh,
Brian, we're going to go to you first.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Scream on this one. I'm not really a horror person, but I quite enjoy Scream a lot. Great opening sequence with Drew Barrymore. And funny enough, when the cast of Scream came to my convention, they brought me on stage for their panel, so I'll go with Scream.
Um, yeah. So The Departed has appeared 6 different times on Rankum, and Scream is only 3 times. But once again, like it's in and but once again, it's another one of those ones that like has probably only ever appeared on the horror lists. So I don't think we've done any list related to like solely to any of the actors that are in it. So hasn't had any sort of reason to pop up more times. But yeah, I do really enjoy it. I do think The Departed is a really good movie. But yeah, I just really love Scream more. I think it's great. So Scream gets my vote. Jordan, Scream or The Departed?
Yeah, so Scream is my favorite horror franchise of all time. I have a total of 4 Scream shirts. I was almost going to wear one for this, but we got some horror related stuff coming up on my channel and some other channels that I might save them for. But yeah, Scream is just a really great horror movie, like one of the best of all time in my opinion. And The Departed, I think that it's fine. I don't have love for the way some people in the community do. I even gave it a rewatch recently, and I just thought, yeah, it's about like a 6 out of 10 in my book. It's nothing like just blows me away or anything. But Scream really does, and also I know that the cast of Scream have been doing a lot of conventions recently, so I got to meet like Nev Campbell and Skeet Ulrich and Jamie Kennedy and Matthew Lillard, all those guys. Yeah, and surprisingly, Nev Campbell is one of the nicest people in the world to meet. We're just sitting and talking about Twisted Metal. She's in that and stuff. Where a lot of people, because they're on strike, didn't really want to talk about their projects. She just did, but she didn't really care. So yeah. But I'm gonna give my vote to Scream. Yeah.
And Chris, what are you gonna go with here?
I love both teams. This is the trophy choice here, the two. I love Scream.
It's not the matchup. It's also a choice.
And I love The Departed to death. It's one of my favorite remakes all time. I would have gone to Departed just because they were willing, I think especially for Scorsese, really put against the movie with phenomenal performances and really great script. And it wanted to that, and what made me fall in love with watching Scorsese stuff. Yeah, I would have gone to Departed. I much love Scream, but Scream got the win anyway.
Scream is going to move on.
We'll see the part of the 2006 Now series, though.
Yeah. They'll show up again.
Next up, we've got 8 Mile up against Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. And it's on me to start. But yeah, I'm just going to bring it up. I think 8 Mile is one of 8 Miles appeared 3 different times, and
I was hoping it'd be 8 times for 8 Mile.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
And Guardians of the Galaxy has appeared. Well, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 has appeared 5 different times, which, once again, not too surprising. It's a superhero movie. We've done a lot of those topics.
Yeah.
And but yeah, it's one of those ones like I really do enjoy Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. I know there's a lot of people that just don't like it. For the reasons. But I think 8 Mile is just a really good. It's not really a biopic, but it still is because it's all about Eminem's life, even though he's not playing himself.
Yeah.
But it's just one of those really good sort of music movies. And yeah, so I'm gonna go 8 Mile just to get something interesting. Yeah, but
Sure,
Jordan, 8 Mile Guardians of the Galaxy.
Let's see. Looking something up here. But anyways, yeah. So I'm a huge Guardians of the Galaxy fan. I really like 1 and 3, and then 2. I mean, it's just one of the lesser ones for me. Just because I just feel like the movie's kind of like joke, one after the next, and like I feel like they like completely like destroyed the character of Drax. He didn't even get a fight in it. He just like he's just like throwing out jokes the whole time, and like I mean, I wouldn't have minded like a few jokes, maybe kind of spread out a little more. I mean, that's fine because you got to have jokes in Guardians of the Galaxy. I mean, that's just kind of part of who they are. But like it's just a little too much for me, and I didn't really care for what they were doing with like Ego, the Living Planet, all that. But I did love all the stuff with Yondu though. I thought like Yondu was really solid, and for some reason I always space on the name, but Kieran Gillen's character, she was in it
Nebula.
quite a bit.
Nebula.
Yeah. They did a great job with Nebula in the movie. I thought she was a pretty strong character too. But I think that overall, I got to give it to 8 Mile. I'm a huge Eminem fan. Like pretty much almost every album he's ever put out has been great. And that 8 Mile is just a chance to showcase a big chunk of his life, showcase the way he's able to freestyle rap. I think Anthony Mackie's really good in it too, and also rest in peace Brittany Murphy. She's really good. So yeah, I'll go with 8 Mile.
Chris, 8 Mile or Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yeah, so I went to grab this. Got to me, Sean Gunn and Michael Worker over yesterday.
Nice,
Both
that's awesome.
Really nice people. 8 Mile is. I finally saw it this year on the plane. I think it's good. I don't get the love for it. I think the last 20 minutes, that whole rap battle itself, is phenomenal. The best thing in the movie, that last hour. I defend Guardians of the Galaxy 2 more than I should. I think there's a lot of good element to it. I like the Nebula stuff. I like the Gamora and all that stuff. I think the ending is one of the most beautiful endings to any MCU movie. I love Yondu's death and then the funeral scene itself. I think that's really
I'm Mary Poppins, y'all.
tear-jerking, beautiful moments.
Is it cool?
Yeah. And I think Kurt Russell does good. I think most of the jokes does his. Rocket, great. I like his stuff with him and Yondu. I had to go down here. The music, that ending said to me more than a lot of MCU endings the past couple of years. And as we said, for the Yondu funeral thing.
There you go. Nice.
And Ryan, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 or 8 Mile?
I mean, make backers happy. You get a Tanner Cast Union in Guardians of the Galaxy 2 with Kurt Russell and Stallone in the film. But yeah, it's been a while since I've seen 8 Mile. I might to rewatch soon, but I really do enjoy Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. I enjoy a lot, so Guardians 2 for me.
We got a tie.
So with that, we do have a tie, and
First tiebreaker.
I'm just using the movie hero network tiebreak rules. So Gordon, it goes to you first. 8 Mile.
Well, it's an easy way to do it, so yeah, I don't mind it. Like, I actually think that that's fun to just like have another show that's just like it, but I don't have to be the one to worry about hosting or anything. So yeah, I think it's fun. But for my tiebreaker, I mean, yeah, I think I got to stick with 8 Mile. For as much as I love the Guardians, I just don't love this second one that much. So.
Better than a lot of the other sequels that not Avengers.
Yeah.
Except we've got Spider-Man 2 up against the Thing. And Jordan, we go to you first.
Oh, like I knew we're all going to be like ridiculous matchups because so Spider-Man 2, like probably my second favorite Spider-Man movie. I used to have it as my number one, but after watching No Way Home like multiple times, like that one kind of jumped over that because that one gets better and better every time that I watch it. But The Thing though is a flawless movie that I just can't really find anything wrong with it. So it's really tough. But I think probably if you were to put these two in front of me, I tend to watch Spider-Man 2 probably over The Thing. So I'll just give it to Spider-Man 2.
Chris, Spider-Man 2 or The Thing?
I love both City movie. I hate that mashup here. It's so good movie.
Yeah.
I think Spider-Man 2 is great. I don't love the relationships between Mary Jane and Peter Parker like a lot of people do. I think Kristen does acting pretty bad in some of these movies. And I see Tobey Maguire not my favorite Spider-Man. Even though I love Alpha Molina and Doc Odd, I love a lot of the other stuff, and I do love the movie overall. But it's the thing, it's creepy, it's classic. I saw it for the first time like 2 years ago, and I think my favorite John Carpenter movie. I think the creatures factor hold up really well, and one of my favorite Kurt Russell performances with Keith Davis had to go with the thing.
Brian, The Thing or Spider-Man 2?
This is a huge matchup. On Gross Spider-Man 2, I said a bunch of times on Terrified. It's the first comic we ever saw in theaters. Doc Ock is Alfred Blue is great at Doc Ock, and yeah, if you know my nickname, you'll know what referencing for Spider-Man 2. So that's my pick.
Um,
Interesting.
and so this is a tough one for me as well. Spider-Man 2 has only appeared 4 different times on Rankum, and then The Thing's appeared six different times.
Okay.
And I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it's one of those ones that was really surprised at how little Spider-Man 2 had appeared. But then I remembered we've done a lot more MCU ones than just pure Marvel lists. But yeah, it's tough for me. But I've got to slightly go Spider-Man 2, just because I've seen it more, and it's one of my go-to. But The Thing is definitely getting up. Like, I really do like The Thing, but Spider-Man 2 is going to move on.
Yeah,
It's
Spider-Man. Yeah.
Next up, we've got
Okay.
Dan Sonic Bob Strike Back up against Parasite. And we go to
Okay.
Chris first.
So this is a little easy for me. I haven't seen Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. I've seen the reboot. I've seen a few of Kevin Smith movie. I planning on getting through all of the one I haven't seen eventually. But Parasite is my favorite movie from the 2010 decade. It's a movie that I love, especially rewatch. I think it's brilliant. I think it's well written. One of my, probably my favorite foreign language movie all time. Like, I think that's the way it dealt with the character, developed them up to the point where you don't know who to root for, whether the people you want to hate or the family that you want to love. I think they all had their full and flawed. I think the acting from everybody phenomenal. I think directing phenomenal. The camera work, especially when they had to hide when the family does come home. I think one of the best camera work ever made. Yeah, Parasite. I think it's one of the most brilliant movie ever made. It's definitely my favorite one. The director, how much I love the picture.
Brian, Dan Sonic Bob Strike Back or Parasite?
$50, little bad. Put that shit in my head. It's about straight back gets my vote. Love the road trip aspect. Hit. Let's see some cameos pop up with Jason Lee, Ben Affleck showing up there, DJ Vader as the security guard, Mark Hamill's hot docker, and yeah, it's a great little read of the whole
Yeah.
VSQ universe's characters in one movie. So I'll go with Jason about straight back.
Yeah, I'm not as high on Parasite as everyone else is. But yeah, Parasite has appeared 3 different times on Rankum, and Jane Bob has only appeared 4 different times. But yeah, I'm not as high on Parasite as everyone else. I do think it's a good movie. But yeah, I love Jane Silent Bob a lot more, and I think Strike Back is one of the best of the US universe. So yeah, it gets my vote. Jordan,
Yeah.
Jane Silent Bob Strike Back or Parasite?
Well, this one's kind of tough because like I was late to the party for Jane Silent Bob Strike Back. I only saw it maybe about 3 years ago for the first time, and yeah, this movie's great. There's so many fun cameos, whether it's like Mark Hamill and Carrie Fisher pop up in like different scenes, or like the Will Ferrell, like when he shows up, it's a pretty funny scene as the cop or whatever. Or like Chris Rock pops up, even George Carlin for like a second. He's like a hitchhiker guy. And the Scooby Doo scene always gets me every time when they like get in the van and it's like the gang from Scooby Doo. so it's fun stuff, but like Parasite though, it's just a phenomenal movie. Like whenever I go visit my mom, she always asks me to like recommend movies to her because I'm like the resident movie expert, I guess, in our family. That people always ask my opinion for movies, and last time she said, you got to pick us up. I'm out a movie to watch. It's like an all-time great. That's considered one of the best movies ever made, but that's still one of your favorites too. That's like really really well done. I was like, you know what? Like, you should see Parasite. Parasite is a phenomenal movie. So we watched that, and she loved it. So, and I saw Parasite 3 times in a theater. So, as much as I love Jay and Silent Bob, I got to give it to Parasite.
We've got another time to go to Chris.
Yeah, I had to go with my favorite movie from the 2010 decade, Parasite.
Yeah, Parasite. Bong Joon-ho, he's a great director.
Next up, we've got A Quiet Place.
Of course.
That's a tough.
Brian, we go to you first.
Yeah, not a horror fan, but I checked out The Quiet Place. It's quite good though. Not that horror aspect in it. But yeah, I gotta go Die Hard. Even it's not a Chris movie in my opinion, but it's a great action movie, so Die Hard.
Yeah.
Funny enough, for the most times, I'm pretty sure part of the reason Die Hard is up is to get hit the most times on Christmas lists.
Oh yeah, nice.
But
it is a Christmas movie.
Of course, Turbo Fights Die Hard 2 is a Christmas movie.
Yeah,
I mean,
sure.
Yeah, I mean, it like I will stand by that Die Hard as a Christmas movie, and it's one of those ones like I also consider the first Lethal Weapon a Christmas movie too.
Yeah.
So I mean, but yeah, it's Die Hard is great. But yeah, it's definitely one of those like Quiet Place is good. And it's just one of those ones that that I think it's one of those horror movies that everyone can sort of get into, whether or not they're a horror fan or not, because I think it's just one of those ones like the scares in it like come from like just the silence and not knowing when the next attack's going to happen. So yeah, as much as I love Die Hard, I'm actually going to go Quiet Place on this as well. But Jordan, what are you going with here?
Yeah, well, stay tuned for tournament fights in December. We're going to be doing best Christmas adjacent movies, so you'll see Die Hard on the list for sure. But you'll see movies like maybe Trading Places, Gremlins, Batman Returns, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, Iron Man 3.
For Christmas?
Maybe that might be on the bubble. We have to decide because it's kind of both Halloween and Christmas. You're right, but here though. It is tough because probably one of the best movie theater experiences I ever had was seeing A Quiet Place, because my theater did it right. It was dead silent. You could literally hear a pin drop in that theater. It was great, but it's just hard to vote against Die Hard, because not only do you have the single greatest action hero of all time. Yes, I think John McClane is number one for me. But yeah, one of the greatest movie villains of all time with Rickman, and yeah. So I think I got to go with Die Hard.
And Chris, Die Hard or Quiet Place?
I love both the movie to death. Die Hard, we watched with my dad so many times during Christmas time. Quiet Place, I think one of the best horror movie. What a great year for horror for 2018, I will say.
Yeah.
But that Hereditary, so many stuff that came out that year. I think what John Krasinski did with The Quiet Place to invented. I like the use of silence. I love the acting for everybody. I think the trial acting is phenomenal. I think Emily Blunt gave one of the best performance. And Krasinski is phenomenal in it. I know it debut time. I know Brian would go with what he wanted, but I had to go with The Quiet Place. I think it's a brilliant movie, like especially for a horror movie.
So you're going Quiet Place, Chris?
Yeah.
And Brian, you went for Quiet Place as well, didn't you?
No, I went with Die Hard.
Die Hard, yeah.
But with that we've got a tie.
Die Hard.
Wow.
Brian knew I was going.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
I knew what Brian would do.
It'll be
Go.
Die Hard. Yeah.
Speaking of the Night
Yeah.
Before Christmas,
Ooh,
because it's
okay.
going
Oh,
up
there it
the
is. Yeah, right. Mm.
So it's Malcolm first.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just quickly, Die Hard has appeared five. I think I'm. Die has appeared 5 different times. The Quiet Place is free. I can't remember if I said it or not, but I have now. But yeah, this is tough because I do like both of these movies. But yeah, the other guys is great. Like I do like it. The other guys has appeared 3 different times. Night Before Christmas has appeared 4 different times. And yeah, I like both of these movies. They're always go-to for me. Various different reasons. But just because it's October, it's spooky season, I'm going to vote Night Before Christmas. Jordan, what Night Before Christmas or the other guys?
I think for me, like I'm only semi a fan of Nightmare Before Christmas. I really love the look and the feel and the tone of it, but just overall, it just doesn't really do a lot for me. Like it's fine, but I don't really go back to it very often. But I do go back to the other guys all the time. I think it's hilarious. Like just for like the scenes of like the Rock and Sam Jackson jumping off, like aim for the bushes, and then just like Mark Wahlberg's confusion when he sees Will Ferrell's wife and she's like smoking hot, and he's like, well, I don't get it. Like he's like so confused, or like whatever. Or like Michael Keaton's great as the chief or whatever. Just bringing up TLC references or whatever. So yeah, I think here I got to give it to the other guys.
Chris, the other guys were Night Before Christmas.
Once again, changing I hate to movie I love because against you, trying to love both of these movies. That Night Before Christmas, we watch every Halloween and we watch every Christmas. It's, to me, one of the best holiday movies there is. The other guy is hysterical. I don't get the hate people have against this community. I think it's funny. I think it's clever. I think the lion versus tuna debate, one of the most funniest Will Ferrell's thing. How insane that thing go on. And I think T. Coogan is hysterical. Had kind of one of the semi-villain in the movie. If I had to go with the movie that I rewatch every Halloween and Christmas, the one that to me just stuck in my head, I am playing one of the characters we threw of Nightmare Before Christmas this month. So I had to go with Nightmare Before Christmas. Too clever, the music great villain, Oogie Boogie, one of the best villains Disney villains on there. But yeah, Nightmare Before Christmas.
And Brian, which way are you going?
Yeah, this is a tough one. Night Before Christmas is great use of stop motion. But I enjoy the music in it, but I'm not the biggest fan as same as Jordan, but I quite enjoy the other guys a lot more. It makes me laugh. I'm a peacock, you gotta let me fly. So yeah, I gotta go. Some moments make me laugh. The whole cucumber wars sequence with the Brahms and Jersey Boys or Mamma Mia. Other guys makes me laugh more, so the other guys.
But that we've got another tie, and it goes to me, and it's going to be Night Before Christmas.
Ooh, okay.
And beat the lion. Boom.
Yeah.
Except we've got Baby Driver up against Raiders of the Lost Ark. And Jordan, we go back down to you.
Man, like these are both great. Baby Driver is just so much fun. And like especially the music in it, the way Edgar Wright directs it. I'm a huge Edgar Wright fan, and yeah, just like the music just kind of fits like perfectly with the way the scenes are edited, and then it just fits the like tone of like every scene so well. They're almost like their own character in a lot of ways, and I think John Hamm's really good in it. I think that and I'm spacing on the one that's canceled.
Kevin Spacey.
Two people.
Yeah, Kevin Spacey.
Canceled.
Yeah, Kevin Spacey. So yeah, sorry, a little brain fart, but yeah, he's great in it still. Like I've always been one of those people that can separate like what they did off screen with like what's going on screen. That's just like what they're doing on screen, just for entertainment. It's more of an art form kind of thing. So like I still have a fun time with them, and then Ansel Elgort. I mean, they're all great. Jamie Foxx. They're all super good. But I mean, Raiders of the Lost Ark is just an all timer. Like it's on my 128. It's my favorite Indiana Jones movie. I just think it's just so well done and shot and yeah, I think I got to give it to Raiders of the Lost Ark. But I do bump that Tequila song from Baby Driver all the time. That's a really good song. It's a banger. So, but I'm voting Raiders.
Chris, Raiders or Baby Driver?
I love a bullshit movie. I say Baby Driver phenomenal. I think it's easily my top 3 of Ignorant movies. Like I think like Jane Fantastic. I think despite my issue with Ansel later in his career with what he did with Tony vs. Story, and same with Kevin Spacey, my issue with him is like I think to catch overall great. I'm happy he did it over Ant-Man, knowing the story, the behind the scenes story. But Raider is one of the more phenomenal movies I would love rewatching over and over again. It's my second favorite one behind Last Crusade. But the music, the iconic music, the score, the performance of the villain, the snake, I had to go Raider the Lost Ark. How much I love Baby Driver.
Snakes. Why'd it have to be snakes?
Yeah. I'm going to go with Raiders on this one. Great music, great. It's a lot of fun. A fun movie. Yep. That's all I can say about Raiders. Fun, great music, Raiders Lost Ark.
Chris, what did you vote for again?
Raider.
Yeah. And yeah, like, I mean, it's one of those times we talk about Raiders many different times on many different shows. Like, it's great. Like, Raiders have appeared. Surprisingly, though, Raiders has only appeared on 4 different ranking lists.
Really?
Yeah. It's one of the ones that was surprising when I was doing this to see like how little it had popped up. And Baby Driver's only appeared 3, but once again, it's just one of those ones like I love it. I think it's just a case of the lists that have come up. Like, you can't really put Raiders on because, like, I don't know, like, you can't really put Raiders of best animated sequels. And I think it's just one of those ones. But I mean, it's one of those. And I know at least one of them that's come up on is Steven Spielberg one that we did. But
I think John Williams
Raiders
as well.
going to move on. Yeah. That I think that was the most recent one that appeared on. But yeah.
Yes, sadly, Baby Driver got the luck to draw up again.
And also, Raiders was the first movie to ever appear on Wheel of Movies. First one we ever did.
Yeah, for Richie.
Yep, for Richie, so we could watch it for the first time.
And just like Ansel Elgort and Kevin Spacey, Baby Driver's been cancelled again.
Yep.
We've got Toy Story up against Men in Black. And Chris, we go to you first.
I'm looking forward to it eventually. A movie I don't love as much everybody else here eventually. I love both of these movies. I do. Despite Toy Story is phenomenal for the first Pixar movie ever. Despite how the animation does not hold up well with some of the human stuff we watch, it is a great story to me. The emotion when Buzz jump off the thing and he realized he cannot fly in LA, that heartbreaking. The end is beautiful. Men in Black is still the best Men in Black movie there is, and I think it have not been great since then. Despite I do like the third movie a lot. But yeah, the Will Smith, Tommy Lee Jones, the special effects hold up well. Vincent D'Onofrio, phenomenal as the villain. Toy Story.
Brian, which one are you going for?
Yeah, I do enjoy Men in Black. It's a great comic book movie, but I'm going to go with Toy Story on this one. Without Toy Story, we don't know how well Pixar were done. Will it be be successful? What will happen for Toy Story success of Toy Story?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that would have been interesting to see what would have happened if Toy Story didn't do well. I mean, we probably still would have gotten like the Bugs Life and like more standalone ones, but we
Mm.
probably wouldn't have gotten all the sequels to Toy Story that we got that we'd gotten for sure.
Right.
It's but yeah, Toy Story, but yeah, Toy Story is great. Like think it still really holds up today. Um, and I still enjoy Men in Black a lot too. So I'm gonna go Men in Black here, see what happens. But Jordan, what it comes down to you. What you're gonna go for?
Yeah, so the first one in Black is just a lot of fun. Like I even like the like opening credit scene. Like it's even cool when there's like the bug splats on the window because it kind of like foreshadows that the movie's gonna have something to do with bugs. And yeah, and also Vincent D'Onofrio is great. He actually was at the convention that I went to. I was
Same
attempting
here.
to bring him some sugar in water or whatever. But yeah, I'm sure that somebody has had to have done that before. But and then just the dynamic between Will Smith and then Tommy Lee Jones, like the crotchety old man, and like there's so many like great lines where like Will Smith is like he gets the big old gun, and I get the midget cricket or whatever, and then like when he's trying to deliver the alien baby, he's like, "Hey, sun's peeking." I'm like and there's a lot of fun lines, but I think Toy Story though it's just like an all time franchise. Like it's just so good. It's a movie that's like funny, but it's entertaining. It's heartfelt. It's got great characters that like go on a really a fun adventure. Like there's even some like suspenseful moments with like Sid or like being trapped in the arcade at Pizza Planet, all that stuff. So I gotta give it to Toy Story. I think.
Yeah. So Toy Story is going to move on. And I didn't mention it before, but both these movies appeared five different times on ranking lists. So
Nice.
next up, we've got The Incredibles up against The Founder.
I'm against
Okay, I
McDonald's.
feel better about voting.
Brian, but Brian,
Yeah,
where
The
you go?
Founder is a blind spot for me. I haven't seen that one, but The Incredibles is my second favorite Pixar movie. Great music, great villain syndrome with his great backstory, great side character at the mode. Samuel Jackson's Frozo, great side character. Where's Honey? Where's my super suit? What? Where's my super suit? Incredibles gets the vote.
My super suit.
Yeah,
Very good. I am your wife.
yeah.
But yeah, The Incredibles has appeared five different times, and The Founders appeared three different times. Although that is something I'm slightly surprised by as well, because um, not many people have seen it.
Seen it.
I think it's just a case of like all the times it's appeared, like it just happened to be one of those movies just happened. I happened to bring it up on the right time. With the panels but yeah, The Founder is great. I love it. And yeah, The Incredibles is a good animated movie. It was the best Fantastic Four movie we've had. But I'm gonna go to The Founder
Yep.
here. Jordan.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that the Founder's good. And like he's definitely very underseen outside of this community. I think maybe a fair amount of people in this community have seen it, but outside just the average person probably like hasn't seen it or maybe haven't even heard of it. I don't know. But The Incredibles is a great. That's probably in my like top 3 or 4 Pixar movies. It's just really good. Yeah, just like some of the lines that you were quoting, like the greater good. I'm your wife, the greatest good, or whatever. But and yeah, like that's great characters. You mentioned like the best Fantastic Four movie. That's a really cool villain that almost reminds me of like a James Bond type of villain in a secret.
Expectation
Uh, yeah, a
Another
secret
person I liked.
layer in the the mountainside. So yeah, it's really good. So I'll give it to Incredibles.
And Chris.
Okay, I feel happy and late to not vote without feeling like I chose the one child. I like the founder a lot. I do. I think Michael Keaton is a phenomenal movie. I think Nick Offerman is really good in the movie. I think it's a great, interesting story. But it, by the standard by person, that hurt it a little bit. But Incredible is just, why not in my top 5 favorite Pixar movie? It's definitely in my top 10. I think it's incredible. The action sequence really good. Had a good emotional beat to it. And way I don't want when he mentioned Incredible to way that he didn't want her to go because he didn't want to lose a really good emotional beat on rewatch and see them. Got to see that and the second one back to back when the second one came out. And that was incredible. Jason Lee Syndrome is phenomenal villain. I think he's definitely an up to the best Pixar villain. And yeah, great. I don't love the character. Like I don't love the sequel, but I love the original a lot. Like yeah, it's incredible. Mm-hmm.
Who was going to move on?
Hey.
And we've got the Mist up against the Prince of Egypt.
Okay.
The Mist.
Chris,
Is it your turn, Malcolm? Or is it?
That's Chris first.
no,
wait.
no, right.
Malcolm first.
Yeah,
I went
no,
first
it's
before.
me.
My mistake.
Yeah.
That's Malcolm. Yeah.
Well, I need someone like Austin around, but Austin's doing
Yeah.
the drinky thing with Wolfman.
Yeah, he's over there getting drunk. Yeah.
What's your mistake?
Yeah.
But yeah, Prince of Egypt has appeared like 4 different times, and the Mist I think is also 4. No, Mist has appeared 3 different times, like one of them being a Stephen King adaptation one, and 2 of the horror movie ones. But yeah, I actually. I actually watched The Mist for the first time when we did the 2007 Letter series. And I actually really enjoyed the movie. I think it was great. But yeah, Prince of Egypt is a very underrated like animated movie. Like no one really talks about it often now. And yeah, and I think it's just great. Like it's even I've got a lot of great songs in it. Like I really enjoy the Mora Area song from this. So I'm gonna go Prince of Egypt. Jordan, where are you going with this?
Yeah, I think that the Prince of Egypt's great. Like I think that yeah, it's a movie that's probably like as someone who's somewhat religious, like it's like one of the one of the more accurate movies to center on the Bible. It's accurate to that book, and yeah, the music's really great. I mean, yeah, when you believe, like Deliver Us, the song where she has to send her baby down the river, like just
Deliver Us. That.
yeah,
The lullaby secret part.
Yeah.
yeah, the lullaby, yeah, but like
Yeah.
like all of it's great though, and the Mist is good. I mean, Marcia Gay Harden aside, because like you all know how I feel about that performance, but the Prince of Egypt's probably gonna get my vote here. I think I like it just a little more. So yeah.
Yeah.
Chris next.
Yeah, right. All right, so here where the gloves come off. I think the Mist is okay. I think if they by the ending itself is the best thing about it. I think that twist itself is shocking. But I think the acting is really weak. I think visual effect, oof. Especially in today's standard, not that good. I've been on record. I've loved the Prince of Egypt. I've mentioned it many times before. The music, the animation, the facial expression, which does not get talked a lot about, especially when Ramsey. The moment it moves the hand back to rain, you don't watch Ramsey's facial expression with no dialogue, just going from confused to sadness to anger. That's quick for an animation movie for back in the 90s. I think that was really impressive. Like, it's brilliant. I think it's definitely my top 5 favorite animation movie all the time. and I've read more people were talking about it. I'm dreading the Broadway version that coming on Broadway HD later this year. Just based on what I've been hearing from people about it. So yeah, Prince EJ got my vote.
Yeah, a lot of people forget that it's a DreamWorks movie. It's one of the earlier DreamWorks ones.
And
Yeah,
before the rest is CGI.
yeah, right.
Especially facial expression.
Yeah.
And Brian.
The Prince of Egypt is in my 138. It's great open sequence with the Deliver Us. Great, Steve Marshall's great at the advisors. Play with Big Boy Now is great song. The Plebs is great. Some great voice casting. Sandra Bullock, Val Kilmer, Jeff Goldblum in there.
Yeah.
It's a masterpiece. It also proved why I made the championship for the animated series on tier ranker. So
Yeah.
Prince of Egypt has my vote.
And that Prince of Egypt does move on, and I've got a special message here from
The day
Martha
I
Gay
meet a friend
Harden.
like you, I'll just have myself a little squat and shit one out.
Wait, yeah.
Malcolm, did you
Okay,
vote,
that one made me laugh, even though I don't like her in the movie.
Yeah, I went first.
Okay.
Yep. Prince of Egypt.
Next up, we've got Rocky 3 up against it.
Okay.
Oh, that's easy.
But Jordan, we go back to you.
Yeah, I like Rocky 3. I think it's fun. I think it's you got Mr. T in there, Clubber Lang, and I believe it's the one that has Hulk Hogan in it for a bit too.
Yep.
Maybe. It's fun. Like I think it's probably for me like the most fun Rocky movie. Like it's not my favorite. Like there's ones I like more just because they're done better in my opinion. But it's the most fun. But it is just so good. It's another one of the best theater experiences that I've had. I remember just going to when I lived in Washington State, so I could go to this huge theater up in Seattle, and it was a sold out show. Like it was just packed, and like one of the few times that I've ever been to a horror movie where it's actually been sold out. Maybe it and like The Conjuring or like some of them, but and yeah, like it's just really well done. Bill Skarsgård is great. I also love movies about ragtag groups of kids just running around having shenanigans, getting into trouble. So like it or The Sandlot, Mighty Ducks, just like any of those, like Heavyweights, all that stuff. So yeah, I'll give it to it.
Chris, we're about to see you going with you.
All right. Listen, besides the first Rocky and the Creed movie, I don't love a lot of the other Rocky movie. I need to get it back and watch the sequel. But it just I look at the movie theater movie had it, so I had plenty of interesting story to tell about audience there. I have a proposition once by teenagers to try to get in. I said no, because I don't do that crap. And it's just like it itself is creepy. It phenomenal directed did it. The one who did Mama, and I think it got the atmosphere, the acting performance for the kid.
Andy Muschietti.
Yeah. Pennywise itself was phenomenal. The sequel was not great at the first one, but the first movie itself is still a classic movie. It's one of my favorite Stephen King adaptations. So it.
Brian.
I mean, first off, you could do a whole tournament based on movies feature a group of kids. That would be a good tournament to do.
Yeah,
but
that'd be fun.
First matchup, I'm going to go Rocky 3 on this one. I enjoyed Clubber Lang as villain. And Hulk Hogan's a great cameo, so Rocky 3. Oh, hey, Jacob.
Hey, what's up?
So sorry, Brian. Which way did you go?
Rocky 3.
Rocky 3. But yeah, I like it. I haven't seen it in a while. Yeah, I might actually rewatch it. For Halloween. If I get time, I'll definitely do that. Watch that in part 2 back to back. And I do really like the it's not the episode of The Simpsons that they did last year where they were parodying it as well. I think that was really well done.
I agree with that.
But yeah, I really enjoy it. I do really like Rocky 3. I think it's great. And we may have a extra person jumping us in a minute.
Oh, nice.
But I'm gonna
Surprise,
go
surprise.
Rocky 3 on this.
Gee, I wonder who it could be. Mm.
Who could it be?
But yeah, with that we do have a
Did you vote for Rocky
tie.
3?
Yeah, I voted for Rocky 3.
Yeah.
We do have a tie.
Yeah, so yeah, it'll be a tie.
Yeah. So but Jordan, we're going to go with our special guest isn't here yet. So
Okay. I think I got to give it to it. I just think that I just have more fun with it, and I kind of go back to it more because Rocky 3, I'll watch it like if I'm doing like a marathon night of all the Rocky movies. I kind of like to watch them like back to back. They're like fun to do it that way. But like it, I'll just watch all the time just on its own. So it.
and but with that we're going and but also we've got joining us Jacob Barber.
Hey, Jacob.
Hey,
What's up?
now it's a party, right?
But next up we've got Catch Me If You Can up against Shawshank Redemption.
Freaking flying.
Never mind. I don't want to be here.
Yeah, of course she's coming right as that matchup happens.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
I can't remember where we're at, so I'm just going to start from the bottom with Jacob.
Sure, yeah,
man,
that's
yeah.
fair.
It's not fair because I don't want to go first because this is a really good matchup. Two really good duos here, Leo and Tom Hanks, Tim Robbins and Morgan Freeman. Yeah, both of these are really good. But for this one, I might go with the rewatchable factor, and I'd probably rewatch Catch Me If You Can before I rewatch Shawshank. But it's so close, so I'll go Catch Me If You Can.
But Jordan, Catch Me If You Can or Shawshank Redemption?
Yeah. Well, I guess it comes down to one simple choice, really: get busy living or get busy dying. Yeah, I think like when I first saw Shawshank, I didn't really get all the hype around the movie. I was just kind of like it's fine. It doesn't really like it blow me away or anything. But I've given it several rewatch. A lot of it thanks to TNT because it's on cable all the time. but and the movie's really good. Like it's really well written, and like every time that they'll like catch part of it, I'll be like, oh yeah, that's that one really great scene, or like that other really great scene. Like it's just really really good. And as much as I love Catch Me If You Can because I love that movie also, I think that the Shawshank Redemption is really growing on me. So I'm gonna give it to Shawshank.
But Jacob, you voted to Catch Me If You Can, if I remember rightly.
Yes.
Yeah. But Chris, we're about to go with this.
I love both of these movies. I do. Catch Me If You Can is one of my favorite Spielberg movie all time. Shawshank also one of my favorite movie all time. They both in my top 100 favorite movie all time. Like Catch Me If You Can had Amy Adams in her earlier performance. Phenomenal performance DiCaprio and Tom Hanks. And Christopher Walken is phenomenal in this movie. And we got more Oscar love than it did. Shawshank Redemption is a perfect movie. I did go for the underdog here. I did go for Catch Me If You Can. I wish more people would have gave it more less, especially toward the Oscars back then.
Ryan, we're about to go with this.
I mean, if you watched her first last night, Shawshank Redemption won that tournament for prison mental institutions. But yeah, this is a tough matchup for me. Shawshank Redemption is a great Stephen King adaptation, but Catch Me If You Can is number 128. Great underrated Spielberg movie. Love the dynamic Leo and Hanks. Christopher Walken's good in it, and I'll go with Catch Me If You Can.
Good Bobby music also, by the way.
Yeah.
I like Shawshank Redemption. Like I with Jordan, I wasn't as high on it when I first saw it, but it grew on me over time. But yeah, I really love Catch Me If You Can, and that's going to get my vote here. And surprisingly, Catch Me If You Can is one of the ones that, like, one of the top 10 they've appeared the most times. It's appeared 8 times on different Bantam episodes.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Shawshank Redemption has only appeared 3 different times. And but Catch Me If
surprising.
You Can is going to move on here.
I agree.
Next up, we've got the Wizard of Oz up against Armageddon.
This is the most weirdest matchup ever.
Yeah, it is a
Yeah,
little
we're going
weird.
to go to Jordan first on this.
Yeah, like I appreciate like the significance of the Wizard of Oz. Like it, I feel like the movie really did a lot for cinema as far as like the like black and white to color. There's great cinematography. The musical aspect, all of that stuff. It's got some iconic stuff with like there's no place like home, or like we're not in Kansas anymore, or I'll get you my little pretty and your little dog too, like all that stuff. But and I used to clean carpets for Stanley Steamer way back in the day. I had that job for a little bit. I went to this guy's house to clean his carpets, and he had 2 full rooms dedicated to the Wizard of Oz with all this memorabilia and like the standees and all kinds of posters. It was pretty cool. But I mean, Armageddon. I almost want to say it's a guilty pleasure, but actually no. Like it's just a pleasure to watch. It's just great. I think that it's fun. I think it's a really cool cast. And yeah, like I think it's one of the better Michael Bay movies. So I think I'm gonna give it to Armageddon. Yeah.
But Chris, we're about to see you going. Yeah.
All right. Making sure I am stated. Okay, hear my hot take. I love the Wizard of Oz, but I think Wicked is a better adaptation of this story done better.
I'll take it all.
Yeah. And I think the movie will prove that next year. But I don't like Michael Bay that much. I like The Rock. I like the first Transformer a good bit. I haven't really liked a lot of his other stuff. I mean, I like 12 Hours a good bit too. But I don't like. I have not watched Armageddon yet. I just like Michael Bay to pick me up more time than I can count. So I try to avoid some of his earlier stuff, like The Rock. I rewatch. But The Rock, despite my hot take, I love it. The one I grew up with a lot way before I started getting up of it. This third class story. The argument who the villain of the story is when you think about it. Well, it is more villain when you think about it. That you know how she take it home the whole time, like. But yeah, the Wizard of Oz is classic. Something about watching the music, Jeannie Garland, despite the story about the backstory about the production itself, is horrific when you know what she went through when she was a child. Yeah, Wizard of Oz.
Brian, we're about to see you going.
Yeah, I have a more hot take. Summer Over the Rainbow is overrated. The whole song's overrated. I enjoy musicals. I enjoy Wizard of Oz, but Armageddon's a whole lot of fun. You get a good cast there. You get Steve Buscemi popping up, or Wilson, Eddie Griffin, Billy Bob Thornton, and yes, one of the movies that missed in 128. So I'm gonna go Armageddon.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Armageddon's a lot of fun. I think it's good, but yeah, Wizard of Oz is a classic. It's a great movie. It's one I go back to a lot. I've got a lot of like memories watching it with my cousins. So I'm going Wizard of Oz. Jacob, we're about to see you going with this.
Yeah, pretty easy one for me. I think Armageddon is good, but yeah, Wizard of Oz is an all timer for me. I think it's a classic. I love the music. The transition from black and white to color, I think, is really good. And yeah, it's an important movie in cinema history. So I'm gonna go with Wizard of Oz.
But with that, Wizard of Oz is going to move on. And I don't think I mentioned it, but Wizard of Oz has been 6 different times on American Armageddon has been 5 different times. We've got Deadpool 2 up in Gremlins 2 next. And we're going to go to Chris first on this.
So sorry, somebody took over our cinema. They just want to watch Snow White and the Seven Freaking Dwarfs. They're all in here to deal with the gremlin. Listen, I think Deadpool 2 is overhated by the community a lot. I noticed a lot. I think it's funny. I think it's clever. I think there's a problematic element to it, but the jokes do land a lot. I love Gremlin 2. I really want that more than the first one. I think the parody style of it, I think the villain's very funny. I think the Hulk Hogan cameo or the John Wayne stuff is hysterical. That theater moment is such funny, fourth wall breaking moment. And Christopher Lee is fantastic in it. Everybody nailed it. It's such a fun sequel. It's like I like it more than the original in a lot of ways. Yeah, I had to go with Gremlin too.
Brian.
Yeah, this is a interesting matchup. What sequel would I rather experience more? Jacob Arbor Logic, exactly. I'm gonna go with Gremlins 2 on this one. It's a great sequel, very hilarious. Hulk Hogan showing up in his wrestling outfit, interesting movie, or John Ray as Chris says, and good cameo by Leonard Maltin. And Tori Randall's great as Brave Gremlins, so Gremlins 2 gets my vote.
Yeah, Deadpool 2 has appeared 5 different times on Mancom. Gremlins 2 has appeared 3 different times. And yeah, I think Gremlins 2 is a lot of fun. Like, I don't like it as much as everyone else, but I do still like it. But Deadpool 2 is I really enjoy, so Deadpool 2 gets my vote here. Jacob.
Yeah, good matchup here with some good, pretty good sequels. I think Deadpool 2 is good. I haven't rewatched it in a while. It's been a while. But Gremlins 2 is one that I've gone back to a few times since that first initial watch. I watched it for the first time like just a little over a year ago, and I've gone back to it a few times since. I think the second half of this movie is just some of the most fun I've had in any movie. Period. It just the places it goes is just bonkers, and it's absolutely incredible. Like just so much fun. So I'm gonna go with Gremlins 2.
Sorry, Jordan.
Jordan?
Yeah,
Yes. I'll throw in my vote. I mean, it would have been Gremlins 2 anyways. I mean,
Yeah,
if this
yeah.
was Gremlins 1, I would have gone with Deadpool 2 because I am a big fan of Deadpool 2. I love that they throw in Cable in the mix. Josh Brolin's great. I love Julian Dennison in it. I like that they kind of feature Colossus a little more in it too. And then the whole team up aspect where like they're like putting together the team, and then on the first mission out of the airplane, almost all of them die, and they just have a random guy named Peter. Like just that's fun
Peter
stuff.
was the
But
heart and soul of that team.
I
Okay.
agree.
yeah, right. Yeah,
You
he's
got Brad
awesome.
Pitt as well, people.
I mean,
members.
Yeah,
it rates the
Brad Pitt.
timeline or Ethman and I would give it that one of the most funniest like
Yeah,
Kind of
but
scenes.
But yeah, Gremlins 2, it just off the wall bonkers, and I love that they just let Joe Dante just kind of do his thing and just go balls to the walls with whatever he wanted to do. So and it made it fun. Like I wish that they'd give more directors that chance. So yeah, I'll give it to Gremlins 2.
Yeah,
And also
everyone's
Rick
a
Austin
team.
happy too.
Yeah,
Everyone
right.
should see a hysterical video. Watch Keenan Peele version how the pitch meeting that of that.
Oh
went.
yeah, that one's good. Yeah, yeah, I love that.
That's side one done.
It's on the other side.
Okay,
Spoilers.
show up.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Ooh.
We've got Good Will
Oh.
Hunting up against.
For some reason, I almost thought it was Shawshank again. I'm like, Shawshank again?
It's appeared that many times.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, I'm going to go. Bits on me first. And yeah, this is slightly easy for me. I'm not that high on up. I do like it enough. As an anime movie. But it's just one I don't go back to a lot. But Up has appeared 3 times. Good Will Hunting has appeared 4 different times. But I'm just going to slightly go Good Will Hunting here. But yeah, Jacob.
If we were comparing the best like moment or scene from these movies, it would be a lot tougher because that first 10 minutes of Up is just some of the best and like most emotional that I've seen in any movie, animated or not. But Good Will Hunting has got that monologue scene, and there's other scenes that you can point to as well. But I think as a movie, like Up, once you get past that emotion, it's still a really good animated Pixar movie. But Good Will Hunting, I think, it's an all timer for me. It's in my top 5 performances from Matt Damon and Robin Williams. Like I still think they're my favorite from each of them. So pretty easily, I'm going to go with Good Will Hunting.
Jordan.
Yeah, I think Up's really good. Like I mean, it's like an all timer for the first 10 minutes, and then it's still good after that. But it's just good. It's not like out of this world or anything. But Good Will Hunting, like I'm kind of like Shawshank. Like that's like kind of why I compared, because people kind of praise it as like an all time great. When I first saw it, I just didn't really see it. I was kind of like that was good, but like all time, I don't know. But it's also one of those movies that's kind of growing on me over time, though. Like you just realize that like how well written that it is, and like the like dialogue and the chemistry between Ben Affleck and Matt Damon's great, and then Robin Williams giving a really great performance, and then also Stellan Skarsgård, like he's great in it too. So yeah, so I think here I'll give it to Good Will Hunting.
Chris.
So I am one of the people in the camp that I'll get Up is just as great as the first 10 minutes. I think people forget how many good things are after the first 10 minutes, whether the thing would call it Russell talk about Russell's dad, like not being there for him, or well, I agree, just emotional in the beginning, the theme would call see what his wife flee him in the photo album. It's a beautiful, like no dialogue at all, the tearjerky moment. And the Ellie badge at the end, it's a beautiful moment of like full circle, like, and it's funny. I think Up get a lot of hate just after the first 10 minutes. I think Up is very underrated because I think there's a lot more to it than just the first 10 minutes. And the score is one of the best scores from Pixar movie. I saw Good Will Hunting for the first time 2 years ago on a plane. I love Good Will Hunting. I think I cried on the plane. It made me cry. Like I would by the end of the movie, I was in tears. I think Robin Williams, this is definitely my top 3 favorite Robin Williams performances. It's just classic. The dialogue is great. It's Gus Van Sant, best movie by a long while. I wish he could back to do more, but he sadly just cycled right after the remake. I do go with the underdog here. I do get some love to Up. I think I don't get why people just think that's okay after 15 minutes. I think there's so many good elements to Up after the 15 minutes that people overlook.
But Brian, where are you going on this?
Yeah, I would go Good Will Hunting 2. High season. Oh wait, that's our movie.
Oh yeah.
Up's first 10 minutes is masterpiece, great score by Michael Giacchino. But yeah, I gotta go Good Will Hunting on this one. The chemistry with Robin and Matt Damon is great. Ben Affleck as his best friend is good. Main driver is great as love interest. So yeah, Good Will Hunting, that's my vote.
How about them apples?
Yeah.
I never get the thing with Up.
Deadpool up against the first Godfather. Which I'm pretty sure I've had this matchup before when I was doing the polls on Facebook. But Jacob, we're going to go to you first.
Yeah, this is another fairly easy one, but that's no slight at Deadpool because I think Deadpool is a really fun, R-rated comic book movie. I think Ryan Reynolds, like he is Deadpool, and he was born to play this role because I think he's really good in the role. But The Godfather, it's another one that's an all-timer. It's a classic. Just good performances all around, good script, well made. So I'm gonna go with The Godfather. Gets better every time I watch it.
Jordan.
Man, why does freaking Deadpool have to go up against these all timers? It's like, come on. It's like I'm a huge Deadpool fan. I got like some Deadpool stuff. I got like a cool little like Deadpool little bobblehead here. He's always like here with me, but Yeah, and The Godfather, like it's another one of those movies that I didn't love the first time that I saw it, and like it's not really growing on me all that fast either, like compared to some other movies that people consider all time great. And I also kind of prefer Godfather 2, if I'm being honest. So uh, I grew up uh, reading Deadpool comics, and like they're like some of the best comics, especially anytime Deadpool interacts with like the X-Men or with like Nick Fury. There's some really funny stuff there too. So I'll give it to Deadpool.
Chris.
What?
You know me. Anybody know what my two favorite movie all time? It's The Godfather 1 and 2. Godfather 1 is my favorite movie all time. Second one close right behind it. It's Godfather. It's brilliant. It's some of the best dialogue ever to any movie. It had one of the best monologue opening to any movie. Like, I believe in America that what the score, the performances, one of the best adaptation of any book there is. And even better than the book itself. Yeah, I own both of these at home. It's Godfather. Deadpool is really good. It's funny. It's one of the better R-rated comic book movie. But Godfather, yeah, no question about it. In this case, mic drop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for me, the Godfather, I always try to get into it. I don't really get into it as well, like Jordan, but I really did enjoy Deadpool. Why when I was born to play Deadpool, the music is great, great use of it, great opening sequence with Age of the Morning. Doug Pinter's a great sidekick to Deadpool, so Deadpool gets my vote.
But yeah, this is slightly easy for me because I do love Deadpool. The first Deadpool has only appeared 5 different times as well. Godfather has appeared 8 different times on Manchem. But yeah, you know where I'm going with this. I don't need to make a big speech about this, but it's going to be Godfather.
Oh, that's a tough next matchup. Next round. I
Mm.
just thought about it.
Kingsman: The Secret
Yeah.
Service defeats the
Ooh.
Lego Movie.
Oh my!
They're both from the same films, almost.
And gonna go to Jordan.
Well, I'll just give my vote like this. If you look behind me, I'll vote for that. So, and that'll be it.
So Kingsman.
Yeah.
I can't quite see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I
Yes,
couldn't-
Kingsman. If
He's got a Kingsman poster. Yep.
you squint really
Yeah.
hard, you can see that way in the background is a Kingsman poster. Yeah.
Chris.
They both really good. They had a lot of good element to them. I mean, the free birth scene alone is one of the best action sequences in any comic book movie. But the Lego movie is one of the biggest surprises of all time. It's way up there, like similar to how Push and Bird 2 last year, that nobody expected to be good and it turned out to be better than it did. And it gave us one of the best combos of directors, but writer with Pritchard and like Miller. And it had one of the best interpretations of Batman. By the slightest margin, just because it's hysterical. I think one of my favorite theaters of all time had to go to like a movie. Everything awesome, everything cool when you're part of the team.
Ryan.
Yeah, I don't know if you could say the first films or middle they did some films before were kind of just meatballs, so there's that. But yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of the Lego movie. They're okay at best. But I'm gonna go with Kingsman Secret Service on this one. Well, the great surprise for me, Colin Firth is great as I forgot his name, but Terry Edges is great as Eggsy. Kirsty was the best action sequences, and Sam Jackson is great as villain. So Kingsman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like all you really need to say is the church scene. It's got a church.
Yes.
Free birth scene to have it put it on.
But yeah, I like the Lego movie. I think it's really good. But yeah, Kingsman: Secret Service is one of my top 10 favorite movies of all time. And it's just something I really enjoy, like going back to. So I'm going to go Kingsman. Jacob.
Yeah, I enjoy the Lego movie. It was quite the surprise. Usually movies based off products or whatever, they don't really tend to do that well, but this one it worked. Great cast, great voice cast. But yeah, no, Kingsman was also a surprise. I didn't really know what to expect going into it. I didn't really know who Taron Egerton was, but he's surrounded by um, some pretty good actors here. Good action. Yeah, and the church scene. So let's go with Kingsman.
All right.
But yeah, Lego Movie has been 5 times. Kingsman's 4 times. Kingsman will
Really
be
surprised by Brian's take on Lego Movie.
When I first saw the Kingsman trailer, I thought that it was going to be like a family movie. What I thought, but it was not.
But next up, we've got X-Men Days of Future Past up against Doctor Sleep.
Oh man,
And
Another
just go
hard
to
one.
you first here.
Why you hate me so much here? I love books of the movie. I honor Mike Flanagan. Love here. I love all of his stuff. I really love the house, the Fallen House Archive right now on Netflix. Like, and I love X-Men Day Future Bat. My favorite X-Men movie that not Logan. Logan is the best X-Men solo movie. That's my favorite X-Men movie involving almost everybody. As much I love X-Men Day Future Bat, I do get some love to Doctor Sleep. I think the movie not a lot of people have seen. They easily one of Mike Flanagan best work. And it's really great performance. I think they really dealt with alcoholism and so many topics, does it well. And Rebecca Ferguson is a phenomenal villain. That's easily my top 5 favorite villain performance for a Stephen King movie. And Jason Tremblay still give me nightmares to this day for Doctor Sleep.
And Brian.
Even though I'm not a big horror fan, I do quite enjoy Doctor Sleep though. But that being said, X-Men Day of Future Past is my favorite X-Men film. It's in 128. Great use of the old and new cast. So X-Men Day of Future Past gets my vote.
Yeah, surprisingly, both these movies have only appeared 4 different times on Rankin. X-Men for sure you would have thought would have been one that would have had more appearances, but yeah, I like both of these movies. But Doctor Sleep was a big surprise when it came out. I didn't know that this would have worked as well as it did. Just with hearing about how they were doing it and how it's going to be a hybrid sequel to both the book and the movie. And they managed to find a good way to make it work. So I'm going to go Doctor Sleep. Jacob.
Yeah, this is an interesting matchup because I love X-Men. I think the blending of the two casts here is really good, really well done. But Doctor Sleep, yeah, it was a surprise. It was like, how are they going to follow up The Shining, which is considered an all-time horror, and I think they followed it up really well. I think Ewan McGregor is good. Rebecca Ferguson is fantastic, and yeah, it's got a lengthy runtime, but I don't think you feel it. I think it moves at a really good pace. So maybe it's just 'tis the season, but I'm gonna go with Doctor Sleep.
Also, one of the better kid performance acting horror movie the last couple of years. With that
Jacob Tremblay. Yeah,
and the little girl that
and Jordan movie.
Yeah, so I thought Malcolm, you were going to bring up Cliff Curtis's performance from him being in New Zealand or from New Zealand, but in Doctor Sleep. But I do want to show off a little something here that's been taking up some space in my closet for my days working at an AMC theater. I got this literally. This is like a 9 foot tall, huge, giant Doctor Sleep banner that my theater gave me. I have no idea where I'm going to put this. This is huge. It's massive. So
you can put it next to your Kingsman poster.
Yeah, well, it's literally too big for my wall. Like I have to hang it on the side of my house or something like that. Like it's massive. So like one of these days I'll either find something to do with it, or I might even try to give it away as like some kind of giveaway on the Movie Hero Network. We'll see. But yeah. So yeah, and that thing's been collecting a lot of dust. I can smell the dust coming off of that. But yeah. I'm a massive X-Men fan, but yeah, Doctor Sleep just really blew me away. Just right from the very first trailer that I saw, I think it's one of like the greatest trailers. I remember watching that thing and just like getting the chills when I saw it, because like I didn't know what it was. I didn't know Doctor Sleep was a sequel to The Shining, so I just watched this random trailer. I'm like, oh my gosh, are they doing a sequel to The Shining? And it just like when it says like get ready to sleep again to shine again. I mean, yeah, and yeah, I thought it was really good. I thought Ewan McGregor was great, and then Rebecca Ferguson as Rose the Hat. So, I mean, usually I'll go for the comic book movie most times, but I think this time I got to go with Doctor Sleep.
But that Doctor Sleep
I still need to check
on.
out the director cut version of Doctor Sleep. I hope we good.
It's really good.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Next up, we've
it
got
is good.
Looper up against the Princess Bride, and Brian.
Yeah, I haven't gone around to see Looper yet, but Princess Bride is a classic. Great. Only Joy is great as a Fezzik, I believe it is. Yeah, and Billy Crystal's great as Miracle Max. Have fun storming the castle. So yeah, Princess Bride gets my vote.
Yeah,
Yeah. So Looper has appeared 5 different times. Princess Bride, 4 different times. Yeah, I've said this before and other things. I'm not a big fan of Looper. I don't get it. I do plan on giving a rewatch at some stage. Just haven't had the time. But yeah, I just really love Princess Bride. I think it's great. And yeah, if you've seen the special PG-13 cut of Deadpool 2, the Once Upon a Deadpool
Yeah.
thing, like there's a reason that they keep on parodying that,
Yeah, Pure
or
Falcon's
do a
Godfather.
home movie thing on Quibi with just a whole bunch of stars during the pandemic, just recreating scenes from it. Princess Bride's just really good, so I'm gonna go Princess Bride.
yeah.
Jacob.
Yeah. Yeah, another really good matchup. I think these two movies are fantastic. I think Looper is really good. Just with Gordon Levitt and Bruce Willis are really good together. But Princess Bride is another one that's an all timer for me. It's in my top 20 of all time. I absolutely love this movie. I think the performances are all fantastic, and anytime I can vote for an Andre the Giant movie, I will. So let's go with the Princess Bride.
Yeah.
And Jordan.
Yeah. Yeah, the Princess Bride, yeah, like I am in the camp that does consider it an all-time great. Like I think that it's an absolute classic. I think that like it's kind of how the father in the Princess Bride, or the grandpa, I guess it does have to be
Godfather, Pure Fault.
the beginning, the way that he like it just says that there's something for everyone. It's got fantasy, it's got action, it's got romance, it's got humor, it's got all kinds of great things in it, and it really does. Like it's a movie that like literally like fits about 5 different genres. It even has some like horror elements. It has a lot of cool stuff in it, and yeah, it just works really really well. It's my ex-wife's favorite movie of all time. I mentioned that before. We had Princess Bride stuff all over our house, and I think Looper's good. I really like how they really do try to make Joseph Gordon-Levitt look like a young Bruce Willis, and I think the movie's good, but yeah, Princess Bride's an all-timer for me, so I'll give it to Princess Bride.
And Chris, Princess Bride or Looper?
Okay, making sure I see when I get to say that. Let's get to the obvious. Princess Bride is fantastic. One of my favorite romantic comedy of all time. It's great. It's something I would watch any day. I dare say this. Shut up to the comment for what I think. Ryan Johnson had yet to make one bad movie. I love The Last Jedi. Sorry. I hate people that say Ryan Johnson made one bad movie. Comment here. I love Looper. It's fantastic. It's really good. Once again, Emily Blunt is so good in this. Like, show how much range she has an actress. Like, same with Justin Levitt. The last great Bruce Willis performance before he stopped making one bad movie after another. Yeah, but it's Princess Bride.
I don't see any comments saying about saying right now for Ryan Johnson. So
Because I know there are
Yeah.
people who take offense with people say, "Oh, Ryan Johnson had yet to make one bad movie." I'd be just go out to Last Jedi for a lot of zombies.
Yeah,
He does
the
not
I
last
a
think it's
bad
not
Jedi.
that
movie.
bad.
I
We've
think
got
it's
no
bad,
country.
but yeah, it's I don't know. It's a discussion for another time.
Yeah.
Battle of the
We've got
Best
no
Picture
country.
winners.
We've got no country for old men up against Titanic.
Yeah.
And
Oh, I can't wait to get
it's
to
it's on me first here. But yeah, I'm a massive Titanic fan. Like I love it. Um, like I do. I think No Country for Old Men is good. And both these movies have only appeared 4 different times on Rankum. But yeah, I think No Country for Old Men is good. I don't have the same love for it other people do. But I'm gonna go Titanic on this. Jacob.
Yeah, this is a tough one. Titanic is really good. It's that first half really good. Romance movie. Second half. When it kicks into the disaster, I think that's really well done too. No Country for Old Men. It's got great performances all the way through. Javier Bardem as Anton Chigurh. I think that's an all time performance. Hmm. By the slightest margin, I'm going to go with No Country for Old Men.
Jordan.
Yeah. So I'm not a Titanic fan. Like I've already made it known, and it is one of those ones like a lot of all time greats that I've mentioned that I watch it and then like maybe later on upon rewatches that it might grow on me. But that's never going to happen for Titanic. I've tried watching it about like 4 or 5 times. I just can't get into it. It just doesn't do anything for me. I just get bored. I just think the ending's dumb. I just think that just doesn't really work for me. I mean, I appreciate the like feet and I appreciate the set pieces and I do appreciate the costumes and then that kind of stuff. It is really great. Like that stuff's great. I will give it that. But it's just not for me. It's not a Jordan movie. But doesn't mean that it's a bad movie. It just means it's not for me. But No Country for Old Men definitely is like that. It was great. For the most part, I really like Coen brothers movies. I don't love them all, but I like most of them. And yeah, I think that Anton Chigurh is one of the like all time great, just calculating villains, and it has a great cast from like Josh Brolin and Tommy Lee Jones and Woody Harrelson. Like that, that's really a cool cast. So yeah, I'll go No Country for Old Men.
Chris.
Okay, the Glover coming off. Glover coming off. Yeah. Titanic. Okay movie at best. I think when they get to the ship breaking, that when the movie is really good. But I think the first half is slow. It drags so much. The romance is not that great. The performances are over the top half the time. Really, freaking Zane alone is really cringy as a villain. I think when the ship breaks, and I think the ending is great. I think the ending is beautiful. That I would be brought to tears by the last scene alone. But that whole iceberg, they could have been on the freaking door itself and survived pretty well. I think that they could have explained it back there and so many stuff. No Country Road, man. I don't love the ending last scene a lot. I think it's very confusing and doesn't
My bad.
sit with me that much. A lot of people do. But I think Javier Bardem is fantastic. I think Woody Harrelson is phenomenal. His small appearance. Tommy Lee Jones, I had on and off again with great performance and not great performance. He's phenomenal in the movie. It's a great Coen Brother movie. It's probably my top 3 favorite Coen Brother movie. Before Brother Vows Down. So No Country for Men for me.
And Ryan, where are you going with this?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Chris Scott, but No Country for Old Men is a great movie.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, Harry Bardem is great as Anton Chigurh. Definitely won the Oscar that year for it. Titanic has good moments, but if again Jacob Roberts logic, if these two were funny, which I would go for, No Country for Old Men.
Would have been fun to have Chris Scott on here because because Titanic's like one of his like favorite movies. I think it's in his like top 5, and like he absolutely hates No Country for Old Men.
I will
So,
say the 3D for Titanic really good when I saw it in 3D. Like the 3D.
yeah.
Mhm.
But just like the Titanic, my heart is breaking at this matchup result. But No Country for Old Men's going.
Yeah, let's go.
But
Okay,
talking about
my-
Star Wars, we got Rogue One up against Mary Poppins.
There goes there's Jacob's favorite movie.
Oh my
but
God.
I can't remember where we were
I
at.
think it's Jacob first because you went first before
Jacob.
Malcolm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, that's right. Jacob,
Gee, I wonder what movie I'm gonna go with. I've made it no secret. Mary Poppins is my favorite movie. It's gone up quite a bit in the last few years. Like I just absolutely love that movie. But I really enjoy Rogue One as well. I think it's a really good Star Wars movie here. It's been a while since I've seen it. I need to give it a rewatch. But yeah, no, I still think it's really good. But yeah, I can't vote against my favorite movie. Like Mary Poppins
Yeah.
pretty easily.
Yeah.
Jordan.
I do. I really love Mary Poppins. I think that it is a phenomenal movie for someone who's not really into musicals. This is probably one of my favorite musicals. I think it's really really good. But I mean, I'm also a massive Rogue One fan too. Like Rogue One is probably my second favorite live action Star Wars. I'm a big fan of Return of the Jedi, but I'm not gonna take down my big Rogue One poster that I have just off camera over here, but I do have a big one. Maybe like someday I'll maybe do like a little tour of all my geeks set up on my channel. But yeah, and Rogue One, even though like you kind of know like how it's gonna end up, it still works, and without almost a single lightsaber until the very end. I mean, you get that, but I mean, and like and the performances too are just so good, and yeah, like it's just like it really encompasses the wars of Star Wars, because you literally have people like fighting in the trenches and like running across the beaches, and like it's really good stuff. And then I always got to shout out the extended score by Michael Giacchino. It's so good. Like just look it up sometimes. There's some extended music that literally makes me cry when I listen to it. It's that good. So I'll give it to Rogue One.
Chris.
I love both of these. Rogue One is fantastic. I think Andrew does stuff a little bit much better than this in terms of the plot and dialogue and such. Even though I love Rogue One, definitely the best thing Disney done in terms of movie for Star Wars. From the cinematography to the score to the action sequence to a lot of performances. Brandon Madison is great. Donnie Yen is fantastic. Samuel Jones is really good, despite little cringy dialogue here and there. But this is fantastic. But it was also led us to give us Andor, which is also by far the best thing Disney that had done for Star Wars for Disney alone, for TV wise. But Mary Poppins is a film that I love as a kid and I love more as an adult. We watched the film with my husband when Return came out, showing this for the first time. It had probably one of my favorite scenes all time where it just Mr. Bank walking to the bank. There's no dialogue at all, just the music, and it just feed the bird. And that visual alone when he goes to the step and you don't see the bird lady anymore. You don't know if she's dead or if she's gone, but the fact that the idea of that, he had to enjoy the moment he can out of when he does lose the chance he had with his kid. I think it's just a great, poignant, powerful moment where you don't need a dialogue to tell you what being conveyed. And Brian Gardner music is fantastic. The acting is great. Despite his awful accent, he did a great performance in the movie. The guy who played Mr. Bank is fantastic. David Tomlinson is definitely in my upper tier favorite performance for Disney live action stuff. Yeah, it's Mary Poppins.
Mary Poppins. Brian.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Rogue One, but Mary Poppins is my second favorite music of all time. First would be Willy Wonka. It's in my 128. Great music, great score by Sherman Brothers. very magical. The whole sequence with the chalkboard scene with Dick Van Dyke dancing with the penguins is great. This is kind of fun. As Notion is my favorite song. The emotional aspect with the Manhattan dream sequence is very emotional. What more can I say about Mary Poppins? It's great, Mary Poppins.
Yeah. I mean, I like Rogue One. I think it's a great Star Wars movie. And yeah, it's one of I wish Andor had come out before Rogue One. And because it might have
Yeah,
helped. Because I think one of the failings of Rogue One is like they just sort of throw you in. You see all these characters which are going to die by the end of the movie anyway, and you don't really get to connect with these characters. If they'd at least Andor for this and made the series more about Andor and not so much about the starting of the rebellion, it probably would have helped Rogue One, me enjoy Rogue
Let's
One a
watch
little
the
bit
Endor
more.
series. If you watch the
You
Endor
didn't, you
series,
didn't
kind of
do the deal with what to
like
lead
a
up
prologue.
to.
Yeah, if you watch it like with the mindset as it's a great prologue to Rogue
Yeah.
One, I think it enhances the movie. So
Well, yeah, I mean, it's getting a second series, second series,
Tony
which is going to
Gilroy
be,
should be the only
which I
person
think,
talking about
is
it, yeah.
going to be more leading up to Rogue One.
yeah,
But yeah, but I mean, I don't think Endor's that great as a series. I think Ahsoka's the
Mm.
best.
I'm for Mandalorian
Yeah.
more.
Ooh.
But yeah, but that being said, I'm going to go Mary Poppins. I think it's great. And yeah, so Mary Poppins is getting my vote.
Yeah.
And move on.
You guys know
Mary
that.
Poppins is
Oh, you can go ahead.
Yeah, Mary Poppins has appeared 6 different times, and Rogue One has only appeared 3 different times. I mean,
Okay, I was gonna say, like, you guys know that they had originally at a D23 years ago they announced a Mary Poppins attraction that was gonna come
Yes,
to
Epcot.
Epcot. Yeah, and they're gonna have like a London part of Epcot, like one of the countries you could visit, and they're gonna have number 17 Cherry Tree Lane as a thing you could visit, and then they just like stopped it out of nowhere and they haven't done anything with it. I don't know if they're ever gonna do
Probably
it.
because of the pandemic, maybe.
Yeah, so like hopefully someday, fingers crossed.
They're working on the floating table and chairs.
Yeah, right.
Bob
Yeah, they're gonna
Chapek
have
and he'd been fired, so whoever take over now, who knows?
saying I love to laugh.
but with that we've got a sea battle here. We've got Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl up against Jaws. And gonna go to I
Yes.
believe it's Jordan first.
Jordan.
No,
Jordan, I'm about to say there.
Jordan, yeah, no,
Yeah.
Jordan.
So this one's interesting because, like, I think Jaws is okay. Like, I don't think it's bad. I don't think that it's
I
great. I think
agree.
it's just okay. Because I think that the first half. I mean, I understand that they're like building tension and they're making people afraid of to go in the water and all that. But it just didn't really do that much for me. But I do like some of the sequences once they decide to go out on the water in the boat and like probably Brody's my favorite character. Like he's really fun. But I mean, I think that Parts of the Caribbean is an all timer. Like especially the first original one. It's just so good. I went to go see it and I wasn't sure what to think of going into it. And one of those movies that just really surprised me. Like I love movies that just surprise me and just like really surpassed my expectations. And Parts of the Caribbean, the ride at the Disney park is my favorite ride. I love the Parts of the Caribbean ride. Just creates a cool atmosphere, and like so did this movie, and has a great score from Hans Zimmer. Like it's almost like a rock concert, like when you're listening to it, and it's just like really fun. And the way that they like turn into skeletons in the moonlight and all that stuff, like yeah, I think I got to go with Parts of the Caribbean.
Chris, where are you going with this?
I don't get one thing. I don't get some of the hate for like the Thinking John not that great. He is coming from. I see John one of the most scariest movie ever made. I think it's great acting. It's a movie I love. It's maybe afraid to go in the water, but I love watching the water. Pirate Caribbean is phenomenal. I wish it was a one-off movie because the sequel had diminishing return to me. I wish they just had stopped with the first one. Oh my god, that franchise went downhill afterward. Besides the second one, it's fine. It didn't fine too. I just hate the two. I love both these. I don't even Pirates of the Caribbean that scored. But both itself is one of the best villains of all time.
Brian, maybe bet you going on this.
Yeah, not the biggest fan of Jaws. I prefer Jaws 19, the one from Back to the Future Part 2.
Yeah,
But,
same.
Pirates of the Caribbean was a great surprise. Based on the ride, being like anything, and Johnny Depp as Jack Sparrow's perfect casting. I prefer the second one more than the first one, but the second one had the Hans Zimmer score. The first one has Klaus Badell, but yeah, I'll still go Pirates.
Yeah, Jacob. No, it's me.
It's you.
Yeah. Let's skip
But
yourself.
I'm not the biggest fan of Jaws. I like it. I think it's a good movie. But it's just not one that I always go back to. But I really love Pirates of the Caribbean: Curse of the Black Pearl. So yeah, that gets my vote. Jacob.
Wow, I'm not upset at a Johnny Depp movie moving on because he is, he's one of my favorite actors, and I do think the Pirates movies, for the most part, are pretty good. But Jaws again for me is an all timer. I think it's the original blockbuster. I think it's such a good like horror movie. It's like that fear of the unknown. Like that thing's out there, but you don't see it, and I think that's the thing that hampered making the movie. The shark is what turned out to make it great. I think the performances are all really good. I think this is another all timer. Like I would have went with Jaws, but again, I'm not upset at a Johnny Depp movie moving on.
Yeah, you get Johnny Depp movie.
I mean, you can't do a Johnny Depp versus Paul Giamatti matchup, maybe for to replace.
But
yeah,
going on
the randomizer.
Just like the two Grindhouse movies.
Yeah.
But Chris, we go to you first.
Okay, clock coming off again. Batman 89 is good. It's not great. I think Jack Nicholson is great as Joker. I think Michael Keaton is great at Batman. I don't love the whole twist with making Joker the one that killed Bruce Wayne parent. Prefer it being so chill. I think it's more messed up making Joker the one that killed him. And I think I prefer Heath Ledger take over the Joker over Jack Nicholson anything. I think the script alone, I think Nolan directing, the cinematography, the score, especially the dialogue. The dialogue, I think not a lot of people did more love to have great the dialogue in the Dark Knight. But I think for Heath Ledger, especially and some that came, Dark Knight. My top 5 favorite comic book movie all time.
Brian.
Yeah, I'm actually going to go with the Batman on this one. Who knew that Michael Keaton would be a good Batman? The guy who from Mr. Marlon Beetlejuice to Bruce Wayne, aka Batman. Jack Nicholson is having a lot of fun with the Joker characters, and you had a lot of fun with it. So Batman 89 gets my vote.
So rated.
Like both these movies have appeared 6 different times on Bantam, and I enjoy Batman '89. I think it's a lot of fun, and honestly, I like the fact that they made the President kill Bruce Wayne's parents, the Joker.
I agree.
Because I think it actually works better. It gives Batman a reason to have to go after him, other than the fact that the Joker just is doing all these crimes. But it gives a reason for Joker to be Batman's sort of arch nemesis, and that I mean, The Dark Knight isn't my favorite of the Nolan trilogy, but I do think it's pretty good. And I do like it a little bit more than Batman '89, so I'm gonna go to The Dark Knight.
Anybody had a problem with Batman killing people? It all started here, so don't you? take Ben Affleck for
Yeah.
Jacob.
Batman doesn't kill people. That is one of his
Yeah.
rules.
Exactly.
Batman
Right.
doesn't kill people. No, this is a
Until
this is a
Ben
good
Affleck.
matchup. I believe this was the finals of our
Yep, it was.
the Batman actors tournament. So I can't remember what I voted for there, but it's a good matchup. These are my first and third favorite Batman movies. I got Batman Returns sandwiched in the middle there. I think Returns is really good. But oh yeah, I love both takes on the character. I love both takes on the Joker. But the one I probably go back to more is the Dark Knight. So I'll go with the Dark Knight.
And Jordan.
It's all on him.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a little split when it comes to Batman movies because I love The Dark Knight, but I think that Michael Keaton is the best Bruce Wayne that we've ever had. I don't know if he's the best Batman though, but he's really great as Bruce Wayne. I just like my Batman to be a little more hulking and kind of a little more menacing kind of thing, and also like maybe even a little more detective aspect too.
More
So like, and like I kind of think like maybe Ben Affleck might be the best Batman. I don't know. But ask me on another day, and I might have a different answer. I don't know.
JPO appears.
Yeah, right.
Paddington is pretty more intimidating than.
But also after seeing The Flash too, it gave me some flashes of like more Ben Affleck and more Michael Keaton, and it kind of makes me think about those two more. But yeah, but The Dark Knight is just so good. Like it has an incredible score that I think rivals the '89 Batman, and Heath Ledger's performance is just like out of this world. He's just on another planet, like, and yeah, that's great heist scenes, just great. Like I love the look of the Batmobile. Like I think that it's really good. So I love the Two-Face stuff, all of that. So I got to go with the Dark Knight. Yeah.
And that Dark Knight is going to move on. Next up, we've got Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone up against Narnia, Lion Witch, and the
Tough
Ooh,
vote for
good.
Malcolm.
Good fantasy matchup here.
Yeah.
But I believe it's Brian first.
Yeah.
This is a good fantasy matchup. I'm actually leaning towards Harry Potter on this one. It's a film, to the world. Great score by John Williams, and Chris Columbus did a good job adapting the book to the film. So Harry Potter gets my vote.
Yeah.
Yeah. The correct one. Narnia has appeared 4 different times on Rankin. I think the first one has appeared more. But yeah, the first Harry Potter movie has appeared 5 times on Rankin, so they're pretty close together how many times they've been on Rankin. And it's actually not that hard of a choice for me. Like I do like Narnia, but Harry Potter is a all-time franchise for me. And yeah, so my vote's going to go to Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. Jacob.
If we were judging this based on the franchises as a whole, I'd go Harry Potter pretty easily. But I really like the first Narnia movie. I think it sets up the world really well. And having not read the books, I'm just going into it. I'm going into it blind, not knowing really much about it. Whereas with Harry Potter, I was, and I was like nitpicking, like, hey, why'd they leave this out? Where's Peeves?
Yeah.
But no, yeah, I think some really solid performances in Narnia. I think the world they're able to build is really good. The set design, I think it's really, really good. Yeah, I have a lot of fun with it. So I'm gonna go with Narnia.
And it's funny when you think about the juxtaposition of these movies specifically, because one of them is about someone coming out of a closet, the other one's about people going into a closet.
Yeah. Kind of true.
Actually, it's a wardrobe.
Yeah.
But Jordan, whereabouts are you going with this?
Watch is what they call a closet in England, right? They call it a wardrobe. But yeah. So these two book series are the two book series that I've read the most times. I've read each of them probably all the way through three separate times, and then I listened to the audio books on like double speed because this can get pretty lengthy. Because after I read them three times, I just like if I'm going to hear the audiobook, I'll just speed through it. But yeah, and the Chronicles of a Narnia book series. It was the first one that I ever read for my birthday. Someone gave me a big box set of all the books. I think C.S. Lewis is just a brilliant author. But as far as the movies go, though, I just think that they did a great job with the Chronicles of Narnia, that especially the first one. But I think overall though they just nailed the Harry Potter series, and yeah, like I understand why people have so much love for the Prisoner of Azkaban. Like it might be a lot of people's favorite. It's not my favorite, but it's probably like top three for sure. But my favorite's definitely Howl's Part Two. But I'll give it to Azkaban. Yeah.
And Chris, whereabouts are you going?
So I love both of these movies. I love Narnia. I read the book growing up. I think the first movie and the second movie is pretty good. And I think the first Harry Potter is good. The visual effects, some of it do not hold up well today, especially, and some of the dialogue is a little bit cringy on rewatch, especially for Chris Columbus. He doesn't do great with dialogue sometimes. But I don't go with Don't Go here. I'd rather go with Narnia. I think Narnia is a really good movie that should be appreciated a lot more for what it did back then.
But with that, Philosopher's Stone is going to move on. Next up, we've got V for Vendetta up against the first Spider-Man.
Okay.
And it's going to be me first.
Yep.
But yeah, this is low-key tough moves. I do like both of these movies. I think it's they're both great in their own way. But yeah, ultimately, I think I'm going to have to lean towards the first Spider-Man. Just because like it's one I'll go back to a lot of time. And not that I'll never go back to V for Vendetta. I just haven't quite need to. Both these movies have only appeared 4 different times on Magnum as well. But yeah, so first Spider-Man gets my vote. Jacob.
This is a pretty easy one for me, and I'm pleasantly surprised that it took me this long to say I haven't seen the movie on the list because I haven't seen V for Vendetta yet. It's one that I need to get to. But I really enjoyed the first Spider-Man. I think Tobey Maguire is a lot of fun here. And again, you know, anytime I can vote for a movie with a wrestler in it, this one being Macho Man is a Bonesaw. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go with Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Someone is really loud.
Jordan.
I think it's
Yeah.
Diaz. I think his background.
Oh yeah. Where it's like, yeah, I think Macho Man's really great in Spider-Man. Like he might even be my favorite part of the movie, honestly. Where it's like I get you for 5 minutes. Yeah, 5 minutes of pain. It's like you're going nowhere. yeah. He's great. One of the best like characters in all of wrestling, in my opinion. But yeah, I'm a big Spider-Man guy. But we already had Spider-Man 2. I can't remember if it made it or not.
Yeah,
but,
it did.
Okay. And I'll show some love for V for Vendetta. I think that it's great. One of these days, I want to read the graphic novels for it. But I know that my brother went over to England during Guy Fawkes Day and like he wasn't sure if they're like celebrating him or they were condemning him because they were lighting off fireworks and like it seemed like they're having a celebration. But I'm not really sure if they really like the guy or not because he tried to blow up Parliament. But it's great performances from Hugo Weaving. I think he's great, and then Natalie Portman, especially the second half when she kind of like, takes a darker turn, is really good. and then John Hurt is pretty good. Stephen Fry's in there a little bit. He's fun. So yeah, I'll give it to V for Vendetta. Yeah.
But Chris,
Okay, they're glad for officially coming out more here. The first Spider-Man, it's good and not great, and that mostly because Kristen Dunst and Tobey Maguire do not have no chemistry at all. And they're seeing some of the worst thing about this movie. Like, I see J.K. Simmons fantastic. I see William Dafoe is really good. I see Romero Harris fantastic. I prefer the second one over this any day. But that everything with MJ and Peter is so cringy at times. It's really the worst part of the movie. Wait. Yeah. V for Vendetta is one of my favorite DC movies of all time. It's brilliant. It's provocative, phenomenal screenplay. Stephen Fry is great. Hugo Weaving is great. John Hurt is phenomenal as a villain. The one that played the main police guy that investigating everything is phenomenal. That movie, Apartment great. It's just V for Vendetta is a movie that a lot more people should go see. It's something that go up and we watch every time we watch it. The one I go back to a lot from DC.
Well, if you read the comic books, I think that like they could even played up the cheesiness between Mary Jane and Peter even more, like hammed it up, and it actually could have been.
I prefer Gwen and Peter any day, or MJ from just Homecoming stuff and Peter.
Oh no, thank you on Zendaya for me, but Gwen's good. Yeah, love me some Gwen.
but anyway, Chris, you voted for V for Vendetta.
Yeah.
But Brian, what did you vote?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Spiral. This one, it's great resurgence of the comic book movies. Before this, we had Blade mostly. Not, and this is the first time you see like a Marvel character people know on screen. I wouldn't say it's cringy material because it's early to Maguire and Chris Dunst for the film, but has some good. There's some good material. This when we watched it a few months ago, I totally forgot Octavia Spencer pops up as the person for the fight. Bruce Campbell's cameo is great, and yeah, Bo Saw is ready for Spider-Man to move on.
Yeah.
But yes, Spider-Man is going to move on.
You look at
I don't know how.
My background here, I've got a version of that poster, sort of. It's like a comic
and yeah, maybe mute your mic. I hear some background noise coming from your end.
Yeah, it's pretty loud.
Let me see.
Next up, we've got Skyfall up against Crazy Stupid Love.
This is a tough matchup for me.
And
not too hard for me.
Jacob, we go to you to start off here.
Another easy one because it's a movie I've seen against a movie I haven't seen, and yeah, I still need to get to Skyfall. I'm working my way through the James Bond movies, kind of going in order, not wanting to bounce around. But yeah, no, I like Crazy Stupid Love. I think it's really good. Solid performances all around, some good comedy. I think maybe one of my favorite Steve Carell performances, maybe like in the top three. I'm not sure. I'd have to think about it, but yeah, I think he's really good. Ryan Gosling, everyone involved here, I think does a really good job, and it's an enjoyable time. So I'm going to go with Crazy Stupid Love.
Jordan.
Well, it's even louder, Chris. Whoa. Yeah.
I agree.
But I'm just gonna ask Mark, have you ever done best James Bond movie for an episode of Rankum? That'd be a cool topic to do sometime.
I think I've hit it on the poll. I think I've hit it on the poll a few times. I don't think it's officially been a topic.
If you ever do it, I'd love to be on that episode because I've been watching most of them. I just have a few Timothy Dalton ones I gotta finish watching, and then I've basically seen them all. But yeah, I'm a huge James Bond fan. I think Crazy Stupid Love is great though. Like it's really funny. I'm a big Ryan Gosling fan and Steve Carell too. I think they're both really good together. But Skyfall, I think it is the best James Bond movie. Period. I think it's just like so good. I think Daniel Craig gives a phenomenal performance. You get some really cool things from Judi Dench in there, and a really scary villain with Javier Bardem, and then there's a lot of callbacks to things from the James Bond world and like things that he grew up with. They go to his childhood home and like some of the old cars and that type of thing. So yeah, I'll give it to Skyfall.
And Chris, which way are you going?
I love both CT movie. Skyfall is my second favorite James Bond movie besides Casino Royale. Like, I think Casino Royale got a tiny bit better. And Crazy Stupid Love, one of my favorite romantic comedy all the time. I don't go down to the dark here. I don't even Crazy Stupid Love. I think it's great. It's funny. It's clever. Definitely one of my Gosling's best performance.
But Ryan,
Yeah, this is a tough one. Both of these are 128, but I'm going slightly to Skyfall. It's higher in my list, so I'll go with Skyfall.
Skyfall's only appeared 3 different times on Rankin. Crazy Stupid Love's only appeared 4 different times. But yeah, I do really like both these movies. I'm gonna have to give it to Skyfall as well. I think I really like it a lot. So yeah, Skyfall's going to move on. Next up, we've got the Santa Claus up against Misery.
Yes, I
Ooh.
love that the Santa Claus is on here. Yes. And this
but
matchup.
Jordan, gonna go.
Yeah.
Jordan, go to you.
Yeah. This matchup is actually surprisingly kind of difficult because like Misery is really, really good. Yeah, the performances are like Kathy Bates is just like terrifying and yeah, like it's just a really kind of like I don't know, like she's like slow descent into madness. But the Santa Claus is a movie I grew up with. It's just like so good. Like it's a movie that like me and my family always quote like don't touch them. They look like they have Lyme disease, or like he's talking about the reindeer, or just some of the like cheesy lines from the son, because I don't really think that the son as a kid is like the greatest actor. We're like they're like riding in the sleigh, and he's like, gee, Charlie, how can I have ever done this without you? Like you couldn't, like you can't like pronounce it correctly, like back when he was a kid. And yeah, but it's fun, like just like when he's like for your information, I sleep naked, buck naked, but I'm just a huge Tim Allen fan. Like I could quote him for days. So I think I'll have some fun. I'll give it to the Santa Claus. Yeah, and also if you haven't seen the Santa Clauses series, it's actually pretty good on Disney Plus. It's good. So I hope we get another season.
We are getting another season.
Yeah.
Yes, season 2 is out, and I think it's about a month
next month.
But,
cool, nice. Looking forward to that.
But Chris, where are you going here?
Well, both city movie. Santa Claus is a movie we watch every Christmas, and Misery, I think, is one of the best Stephen King movie all the time. Misery.
Brian.
Look, you're flying. Yeah, the thing back in college.
Yeah.
We share a bowl of sugar, just a shot of brown liquor, play my shotgun, feel just a cat, look for women.
Yeah,
it's a great lines from Tim Allen. That
feel
movie.
just a cat.
It's my second favorite Santa Claus film. I like the second one a bit more because of the romance with him and Elizabeth Mitchell. But Misery's great, but I'm leaning towards Santa Claus this one.
Especially shout out Judge Reinhold in the movie when he gets his weenie whistle. I love that part.
And David Krumholtz.
Yeah. Oh yeah. David Krumholtz.
But yeah, I mean, it's one of those ones like I'm looking forward to seeing seasons of the Santa Clauses. I don't think it needed a second season. I think it worked as just a limited season, a 1 season thing. But hopefully the second season is good. But yeah, yeah, I do. I haven't seen the Misery, so this is actually pretty easy for me. I'm going to Santa Claus. I think it's great. And yeah, But yeah, Santa Claus has only appeared 3 times, and Misery's appeared 5 times. And Jacob, whereabouts are you going here?
I like Misery, but I love the Santa Claus. It's probably the first movie I watch every December when the Christmas season starts. So yeah, I know I went Tis the Season earlier with Doctor Sleep, but I'm gonna go Tis the Season a little bit early for the Santa Claus.
Also, shout out to
I
Peter
mean,
Boyle as well.
I
Yeah.
mean, just like supermarkets going really early with Christmas.
I mean,
and
the
how
Yeah,
Christmas season does start in 17 days, so
Or my other favorite quote is like Johnny, nice. Or no, Johnny, naughty. Tommy, nice. Veronica, very nice.
but we've
This
got
is good stuff.
2016's Jungle Book up against Predator.
Mm,
And
this one's easy.
Chris, we go to you first.
Predator, the only Predator movie I have yet to see, and the only other one until you get around to it because it's part of the
You haven't
opening
seen the
night
original? Man, that's the one you
Trivia
should see
League and
first.
Multipass League. I love the 2016 Jungle Book. I think I like it better than the animated movie a lot. I think it does more with the story. I think the took on it terrifying. This one, you just tell, but it's terrifying. I think the voice acting across the board is great. I think the kid does a really good job with, but Jetta, this is better for John Favreau than whatever the hell that Lion King remake was. Yeah, Jungle Book.
I mean, yeah, your hot takes so far are not that people agree with, so I would call it hot takes. But first matchup, it's easy. Jungle Book has my votes. My favorite live action remakes. John Favreau did a great job directing it. Some great cast. Ben Kingsley as Bagheera. Christopher Walken surprising as King Louis. Him doing this, I Want to Be Like You is great. So I'm gonna go Jungle Book.
Um, yeah. Both of these movies have only appeared 3 times. It's one of those ones like it's surprising me for the Jungle Book one. I thought for sure they would have appeared more times, but it is what it is. I like the Jungle Book remake. I think it's good, but I think the first Predator is a really good action movie, and yes, so I'm gonna go Predator here, Jacob.
yeah, it took me a moment to think about this one. I think Predator is a really good action movie. I think Arnold is really good. But yeah, I really enjoyed the Jungle Book. I think it is one of the best remakes. I go back and forth now between this and Cinderella, which I watched for the first time not too long ago. But for the longest time, this was my favorite, and I feel like it was on par with the animated, which I think I'm a little higher on the animated than most people. It's one of my favorite Disney animated movies. But yeah, I think what the John Favreau did here is really good, and it really worked. So I'm gonna go with the Jungle Book.
And Jordan.
Man, are we really voting Jungle Book over Predator? I mean, come on. Predator is an all-time one of the greatest action movies like ever made. It's just so good. It's like Dylan, you son of a bitch. Like the iconic handshake, and just Arnold going toe to toe, 1-on-1 with the Predator. There's a lot to break down there because the Predator actually respects Dutch enough to just take him on 1-on-1 in a battle, and like it gets really close up to him and like in his face, but like doesn't really attack him right away because he wants to give him a fair fight and all that stuff, and then throwing in like Jesse Ventura's fun. Bill Duke is great. I mean, for me, like it's pretty easy with the Predator here, but I don't know. I guess not everyone agrees. So
But that Jungle Book is going to move on.
Also, fun fact: you know who voiced the Predator? Optimus Prime himself, Pierre Cullen.
oh really? Huh, interesting.
And next up, we've got
Ooh.
Dark
Yeah.
Suicide Squad up against
Ooh.
Remember the Titans.
Okay.
And Brian, we're going to go to you first.
Yeah, I quite enjoy Remember the Titans. It's a great there's a live action sports movie, but I really did enjoy the Suicide Squad. Great surprise film. Great cast. Showed the poster Idris Elba, John Cena, which I can't see him in that one.
Yeah.
And yeah, James Gunn did a good job. I'm curious how he'll do with DC now, but I'm gonna go the Suicide Squad.
Yeah. Surprisingly, even though like with the Suicide Squad being about 2 years old, it has appeared on 5 different ranking episodes.
No, wow.
Um, yeah. Um, at least one of them was this year with the John Cena one. But yeah, I really love the Suicide Squad. I think it's a great movie. I do like the Remember the Titans. But yeah, I'm gonna go to Suicide Squad here as well. Jacob.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the Suicide Squad when it came out. I haven't rewatched it since the year it came out. I watched it a couple times that year, and yeah, it's really good. I think there's some good humor, some good action, but I think longevity just is gonna be the difference here. And I'm gonna go with Remember the Titans. I've rewatched it a lot more. I think to not only a really good football movie, but it's got so much more than that. And I think Denzel is really great in his role. So I'm gonna go. I will remember the Titans.
Yeah.
Um,
At least somebody does.
Jordan.
Well, I think the Suicide Squad is good, but it had really good like fun characters, but they're kind of wasted. They kill off half of the crew like in the first 10 minutes or 5 minutes of the movie, and then just like what they have is okay. Like I really like John Cena as Peacemaker, and I like King Shark from Sylvester Stallone, but and I mean that's and then also Margot Robbie, of course. But I mean that may be about it, though. I mean David Malchin's okay, but I mean it just really doesn't do a lot for me like beyond that. But I love the Peacemaker series. That series is like probably my favorite comic book series
Great
maybe
opening
of all
sequence.
time. Yeah, like great opening a sequence. Like it's really up there with like I mean I'm a big Loki fan, so I'll defend that. But like Peacemaker's great. It's probably my favorite DC thing that's ever DC TV series that's ever been done. So I'm really looking forward to another season of that. But yeah, I'll also remember the Titans because they're the great movie. I mean, uh, left side, strong side, left side, strong side, or like Bertier's mama, or just some of the characters are a lot of fun. I love Will Patton as the assistant coach, Bill Yost, and then it's an early performance from Ryan Gosling. He's in there. Of course, Denzel's great, and then Ethan Suplee. You got Donald Faison in there. So yeah, I think that's great. So I'll go remember the Titans.
And Chris, what are you going to go with?
It doesn't help that I met Weasel yesterday. But it's tough. But I love both TV movie. Remember Titan, my favorite sports movie all time from Disney. Probably my top 8 favorite sports movie all time. Suicide Squad is definitely my top 5 favorite DC movie all time. I see hysterical. I see James Gunn is great director. It is Alba. It's really good in the movie too. I like Detective Ricchetti cameo a lot. I think that line he had. It's a really beautiful line. And I go out and rewatch. I did go over to Suicide Squad. A little bit pay me to say this. Like,
Yeah.
But Sorcerer moves on, and
also,
believe
Peacemaker,
this is
my
the
third favorite DC TV show all time behind.
and this is the
Super
last
Troll
match.
and Harley Quinn.
Mm.
All right, we've got What We Do in the Shadows against Lawrence of Arabia, and it's on me first.
Okay.
Yeah, I've still actually got to see Lawrence of Arabia. I've heard it's really good, and I do really want to see it. But yeah, What We Do in Shadows is Taika Waititi. It's really fun. It's a great mockumentary. And yeah, so I'm going to go What We Do in the Shadows. Jacob.
Yeah, so the first time tonight that I'll say I haven't seen either of these movies. Yeah, I know. Surprise.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah, I mean, and I've said that about what we do in the shadows for quite some time. So really, it's just there's really no excuse for me to not have gotten to it, especially how much it pops up on these various tournaments. Lawrence of Arabia, I've heard nothing but good things. But I'm a sucker for a good mockumentary. So I'd probably get to what we do in the shadows before Lawrence of Arabia. So that'll get my vote.
Jordan.
Yeah, so I have one and only one blind spot on this list, and it's Lawrence of Arabia. That movie is just a little intimidating, but with the runtime, it's pretty long, and it's just a big epic that I want to see. I don't know if I'll love it or not. I'm kind of like on the fence, 50-50 if I'll like it. But I mean, I'll give it a shot. I mean, some people say that it's like one of their favorite movies of all time. I actually know someone.
Ask about them.
Wait, who?
That's Skip Allen.
Oh yeah. It's his favorite movie. Also, Dennis Zhang too. If you remember him from the Schmodown, he was a bit. Or that's his favorite movie too. But what we do in the Shadows is great. Like I love what we do in the Shadows. I just love Taika Waititi's character specifically. Where he's like, Peter, you come to the flat meeting. We have a meeting, and then he brings him like a live chicken. He's like, here you go. Like, you mind sweeping up some of these bones here? And like just the way that he's kind of like supposed to be like a menacing vampire, but he's kind of like a meek and like mild kind of guy. Like I kind of dig that. And when they go and face off against the werewolves, that's good. Or when they're trying to get into the club and they have to be invited in and all that stuff. Or like the Paschetti. Would you like some Paschetti? Like there's a lot of fun stuff. So I'll go with what we do in the Shadows.
But Chris, where are you going with this?
Kind of continuing the blind spot here. Which I watched Lawrence Raver today, but ran out of time and it's for a long movie. And I do watch it sometime soon. Yeah, what we do in the Shadow is my favorite kind of Keating movie. I think the TV show is better, and I love both of them. The TV show takes the much funnier and more camera episodes alone. But what we do in the Shadow is hysterical. It's funny. The newspaper, when he put the newspaper about the victim when he about to suck the blood out, is one of the funniest moments. And the scene with the police coming in, investigating, and not realizing everything around them, they being stupid as hell, is hysterical. Yeah, what we do in the Shadow.
And Brian, whereabouts are you going with here?
Yeah, I haven't seen Lost Arabia either. It's almost like I didn't have time for a movie yet, but I quite enjoyed what we do. The Shadows. The TV show's great as well. I met one of the cast members for the show, Harvey Keilan, with Guillermo from the series. But overall, I'm gonna go what we do. The Shadows. And,
Shadows
Malcolm, have you ever done best documentaries yet, or no for Rankum?
Once again,
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's actually been one that's been on the
Okay.
That'd be a fun one.
Speed round.
Surf's Up.
Right.
One.
And then
Yep,
Luke,
yeah.
what we do in Shadow.
Surf's Up.
The top six, and the top 16 of these will go into the to the championship round.
Let's
Probably going to
see what I
have the
missed.
Whether Dick or Miss, maybe you could let him know.
Oh,
I was getting there.
Yep.
I mean, I agree, but why do you guys have to make this matchup so tough?
But
We blame the randomizer.
But you know what's fun, Jacob? You get to go.
I go first. I know. I'm taking my entire 10 seconds. By the slightest of margins, I'm going to go with Alien.
Jordan.
Yeah, I think so too. Like I'm kind of in the same line as Jacob, but the slightest margin, I'll go Alien.
Chris.
But slight in the margin, Galaxy Far Far Away, Star Wars.
Brian.
Star Wars.
Ooh.
And I'm gonna go Alien.
Oh, that's sad.
An upset, I would say.
Right.
Yeah.
Next up, we've got Scream
Wow.
up against 8 Mile.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, Scream beat The Departed.
Yeah.
Honestly, not surprised.
Yeah.
But Jordan, we go to you first.
Yeah. I love 8 Mile. I'm a big Eminem fan, but and that the movie was great. But I think Scream is an all-time franchise, and the first one is probably the best one. So I'll go Scream.
Chris.
Yeah, 8 Mile is good. The last 10 minutes, the best thing about it. Yeah, Scream. It's the classic. And what your famous scary movie? Yeah, Scream.
Yeah.
Brian.
Scream.
And yeah, I'm also going to go Scream here. Jacob.
I would have went 8 Mile. Love 8 Mile.
Yeah.
That Scream is going to move on. Got Spider-Man 2 up against Parasite.
Spider-Man 2 beat the Thing. Nice.
Yeah.
It was very close. I think if I remember, it came down to a tie. But Chris, you go first here.
Yeah, there you go with my favorite movie of the past decade, Parasite.
Brian.
Pizza Time, Spider-Man 2.
I'm also going to go Spider-Man 2. Jacob.
I'll tie it up and go Parasite.
And
it's just
Jordan.
down to me. Well, that's good because for as much as I'm a Spider-Man fan and I wish it could move on because it's one of the best, Parasite is just like maybe one of the best movies ever made in my opinion. So it's got to be Parasite.
Very surprised by Jordan not going Spider-Man.
Yeah, I know it kind of hurts my heart a little bit.
Spider-Man heard it.
Yeah.
But that Parasite moves on. So far, it's only been one movie titles moving on. But next up, we've got Die Hard up against Nightmare Before Christmas.
Two really good Christmas movies.
And Brian.
What's this? There for Christmas?
Yeah. I'm gonna go Die Hard. Jacob.
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Jordan.
And Yippee-Ki-Yay. I'll go Die Hard.
Yippee-Ki-Yay. Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Boogeyman. Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah. What's this? Oh, it's Die Hard.
What's this? Oh, it's glass in my feet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Raiders and Lost Ark up against Toy Story. And it's me first. I'm gonna go Raiders. Jacob.
These are some really good matchups. Toy Story was one of the first movies I remember seeing in theaters, so I'll go Toy Story.
Yeah. Snakes.
Jordan.
Why'd it have to be snakes? I gotta go with Raiders.
Well, Woody had one in his boot.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. True.
I would have gone Toy Story.
But Raiders is going to move
Someone's
on.
poisoned the water hole.
Toy Story, not my favorite. Toy Story movie.
Not mad at it. Not mad at it.
I mean, it's one of those ones we will have a Toy Story in the championship. As Toy Story 3 was in the part 1, and it moved on to the championship.
Yeah.
Nice.
Next up, we've got the Incredibles.
Oh, I love that poster.
Yeah. It's a cool poster.
That is a great poster.
And I believe it's Jacob first here.
The Incredibles.
Jordan.
Yeah. He needs his super suit, Frozone, so let's go Incredible.
Chris.
They make it interesting. Prince Egypt.
Ryan.
Oh, ask me again in 5 minutes, my vote will change. But right now, it's going with Prince of Egypt.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm actually going to go Prince of Egypt.
Unbelievable.
Again, just like Brian. If we did this exact same matchup 5 days later, it probably wouldn't Been
I don't know. Brian said 5 minutes. I'm going to
Yeah,
ask him
I
in
said
5
5
minutes
minutes.
and see if his vote has changed. I'm watching the time.
Yeah.
Incredible is great, but Prince of Egypt is one of those special animated movies that doesn't get caught out.
Next up, we've got It up against Catch Me If
Oh,
You
that's
Can.
easy.
Jordan.
Oh man, like Catch Me If You Can just keeps going against like really great movies because I really like it, but it's got to be It for me.
Jordan, Chris.
It kept me, you can.
Was that Catch Me If You Can?
Yeah.
Brian.
Catch If You Can.
Yeah, Catch Me If You Can. Jacob.
I would go on It.
Catch Me If You Can is going to move on.
Not mad about it. Yeah.
We've got Wizard of Oz up against Gremlins 2. And
Me?
Chris.
Gremlin 2.
Brian.
Yeah, using Jacob Rubber logic, the these two in front of me, Gremlins 2.
No, don't use that logic right now. No.
I'm going Wizard
I
of
had
Oz.
to.
Jacob.
I'm going Wizard of Oz.
Jordan.
Yeah. The Hulkster says no Gremlins in the prediction booth, so we're gonna go with Gremlins.
We're
Gremlins
voting
2.
on Gremlins 2, not Gremlins.
Gremlins 2, yeah, that's right.
Gremlins on the tournament.
Wicked is
And
better
then
than
the second.
Wizard of Oz. There you go.
I thought you were going with Oz the Great Powerful for your hot take.
Wicked, and once the movie came out, you will see why I say it's better than Wizard of Oz.
Wicked is not based on Wizard of Oz. It's essentially
Exactly.
a prequel to Wizard of Oz.
But you talking about adaptation, right? Wicked is better telling a story like that.
I hate this.
Oh man.
Oh,
Okay.
But Brian, Good Will Hunting or The Godfather?
Good Will Hunting.
I'm going Godfather. Jacob.
Good Will Hunting, but I'm disappointed The Godfather. I can't vote for it too.
Yeah.
Jordan.
How far to the tournament?
No, it too is on this list. Sorry, only It one. But I'll go with Good Will Hunting.
Hunting and Chris.
my favorite movie of all time. It's a movie I watch every year ever on TV. Godfather.
But that Good Will Hunting was move on.
Oh.
But once again, Godfather isn't completely out because Godfather Part 2 was on the Part 1 of so Godfather Part 2 is going to be the championship.
Thank God.
Part 2 at least.
So we can lose to Good Will Hunting.
Yeah.
Good Will Hunting is great, but not Godfather.
Godfather's great, but it's not Good Will Hunting.
Yeah.
We've got Kingdom and the Secret Services up against Doctor Sleep.
Ooh, frick. Oh. Who's up first?
I believe it's Malcolm.
Malcolm.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I'm gonna go Kingsman. Jacob.
Kingsman.
Jordan.
Man, this one's tough. I think I gotta go Doctor Sleep by a hair. It's close.
Chris.
Mike Flanagan is better directed than Matt on Doctor Sleep.
Yeah. Mike
And,
Flanagan.
I will go Doctor Sleep.
I mean, it's going to be Doctor. That late suit Doctor Sleep means Doctor Sleep is moving on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go watch
Not
his
mad.
new show on Netflix. It's really good.
We've got Princess Diaries up against No Country for Old Men.
Princess Bride. Sorry.
Not Dan Hatchery.
Princess Bride.
First,
If
go
this
with,
was the Princess Diaries, it would be a much easier.
It'd be Princess Diaries in a landslide. Come on.
Yeah, me first, No Country.
Actually, it's me first, but that's
Oh,
cool.
my mistake. I thought I heard my name first, though.
Yeah.
I said Jacob first. It was me correcting myself when I realised what I'd said.
Okay. You say,
But Jacob, Princess
dude,
Bride.
Malcolm's accent isn't that thick.
The Princess Diaries.
Jordan.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, the Princess Diaries. Yeah.
Yeah, I sure love it when Billy Crystal Shaw playing Julie Andrews.
Yeah. Let's do it for Anne Hathaway, guys.
And
Now
Tom
this
Sugar's
time,
got nothing on.
Brian, you're sticking with the country.
Yeah, Princess Diaries. Jacob, you asked me if vote would change. Yes, it would to Incredibles. 5 minutes later.
Yeah.
I was about to ask after this matchup.
But yeah, I'm also going to go for the Princess Bride or Diaries, whichever one it is.
Julie Andrews is great in the Princess
Speaking of
Bride.
Julie Andrews.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Yeah, speaking of that, yeah, correct. He goes from one movie to the next.
Let's make that matchup happen.
Jordan.
That's me first. Hate to do it to you guys. I mean, I'm sure I'm going to be in the minority with this particular group, but I'm going Pirates.
Chris.
Be the bird, Mary Poppins.
Yeah.
Brian.
Yeah, let's make that Julie Andrews matchup happen. Mary Poppins.
Yeah.
I'm going Pirates of the Caribbean. Jacob.
Mary Poppins.
Mary Poppins, yo.
I'm Mary Poppins, y'all.
Studio.
Mary Poppins. Yeah.
Except we've got the Dark Knight up against Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone.
Chris.
I believe it's Jordan.
Chris.
Jordan
Chris.
for Pirates.
Hey, Harry Potter, come over here. I did show you magic trick that night.
Brian.
I will go Harry Potter.
I'm also going to go Harry Potter. Jacob.
You know what? Anarchy. Harry Potter.
Yes.
Jordan.
So I must have been way off this whole time. For some reason, I thought that was Prisoner of Azkaban this whole time. But it's
No, I
not.
did see Philosopher's Stone when it came up.
Yeah, right. Yeah, maybe just threw me off because here we call it Sorcerer's Stone, but I think we're the only country that does that. Yeah, I think for that reason, now that I know which Harry Potter it is, I'm gonna go with the Dark Knight. So.
But
Yeah, I'll get high.
With that, Harry Potter's still going to move on.
Yeah, I'll get high over Harry Potter. It's good. It's good. And not number 3 onward.
If it was Prisoner, it wouldn't have been an anarchy vote.
Well, Prisoner made
Yeah,
the
right.
championship for part
Would have
1,
been
though.
different.
Yeah.
That could be
getting there. But we've got
Dividing
the first
much
fight.
better in that night then.
Got the first Spider-Man up against Skyfall.
Ooh.
And Brian, we go to you first.
Skyfall.
Yeah, I'm going to go Skyfall. Jacob.
Spider-Man.
Jordan.
Yeah, it's Skyfall. When it crumbles, we'll stand tall and face it all.
And Chris.
And the movie that became Home Alone in last half, Skyfall.
Kind of, yeah.
He set up traps in his home?
Yeah,
Yeah, he actually kind of does, yeah.
Was in Skyfall?
But we've got the Santa Claus up against the Jungle Book.
Disney matchup.
And it's up to me. Just slightly, I'm going to go to the Jungle Book. And Jacob.
Just slightly, I'm gonna go to Santa Claus.
Jordan.
You killed him. He's naked somewhere. Another great quote from the Santa Claus. I'll go with that.
Brian. Chris.
I want to be like you. I want to walk like you. Think like you. Jungle Book.
Brian.
Name Santa Claus. Name Scott
Santa
Calvin.
Claus.
Yeah, Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Santa Claus is going to move on.
Père Noël. Popo
Popo
Gijo.
Gijo.
Yeah.
Bubble Italy.
The Suicide Squad up against What We Do in the Shadows.
Scott.
Jordan.
Yeah, I'll go with What We Do in the Shadows. Yeah.
Chris.
They event to done like here to Suicide Squad. Get one DC maybe like to the champion.
Yeah,
Brian.
let's go for a Corey matchup. What we do in the Shadows.
Yeah.
I'm also going to go What We Do in the Shadows. Jacob.
Let's go with a comedy matchup. The Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
A lot of good comedy in there as well.
My
I think you got a good comedy matchup
There
either
is.
way, but
Jordan.
The
But
Shadows.
What We Do in the Shadows is going to move
Okay,
on.
Jordan,
It's not
Yeah.
the it's not the DC though, because Man of Steel made it into
Oh yeah.
one part.
Oh, yeah. There
that's
you go.
that guy and
the best
Don't
DC
know.
movie.
Most underrated DC movie.
It's one of the best. Yeah, I would agree.
It's my favorite Superman movie.
Do apologize, you hear movie noise in the background. My dad watching Barrier in the other room. Good movie, by the way.
But we've got Alien versus Scream.
Ooh, good horror matchup.
And I believe it's Chris.
Yeah.
Surprise, Sydney. Scream.
Actually, think it's maybe Brian, but that's fine.
It's my turn right now. Scream.
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna go Alien here. Jacob.
Alien.
Jordan.
Do you like scary movies? Let's go Scream.
Well, apparently in space we can hear Scream.
Yep, you can. There needs to be a crossover with that tagline.
Oh,
Parasite up against Night Before Christmas.
Me first.
Yep.
Brian.
Night Before Christmas.
I'm also going to go Nightmare Before Christmas. Jacob.
I'm also going to go Nightmare Before Christmas.
Jordan.
I'm going to go with Parasite.
And Chris.
Parasite, I remember a lot more than Nightmare Before Christmas. Parasite.
Nightmare Before Christmas is moving on.
Parasite's way scarier, though. I'll say that.
Parasite,
Raiders of the Lost Ark up against Prince of Egypt.
Same movie.
Yeah, both.
I mean, both movies take place in Egypt at one point, I believe. But
maybe Last Crusade's a little more similar to me. But.
You know what? I'm going to go Prince of Egypt. I'm going to have some fun here.
Yeah.
Jacob.
Why not? Prince of Egypt.
Jordan.
It's Halloween season. I want to see those faces melt when they open the Ark. Let's go with the Raiders.
Chris.
Sorry, Raider, you're not ready to play with the big boy now. Prince of Egypt.
And Brian.
What's happening in the studio right now? Prince of Egypt.
Prince of Egypt is going to move on.
Yeah, for this panel, I'm not mad about it, but I think that's maybe an upset.
I can agree with that. Yeah.
Got Catch Me If You Can up against Gremlins 2. And it's me. No, it's
Jacob
first.
Yeah.
It is. And I will go Gremlins 2.
Jordan.
Man, I just can't find a way to vote for Catch Me If You Can because it goes up against movies that I slightly like better. So I gotta go Gremlins 2.
Chris.
Listen, Benjamin, can you want to go up against me? Put on Gremlin 2. Gremlin 2.
Brian.
Well, it's featured Looney Tunes, that's Gremlins 2, so that's my vote.
And I would have gone Catch Me If You Can, but Gremlins 2 is going to move on.
So many good choices. This is a hard list.
Well, I mean, I'm not. I don't really do worst of ranking lists, so. But I've got
These days, you actually
Hunting
should, though.
You should
Do it on, like,
Garbage
April
Man.
Fool's Day or something.
Like
Do
Movie
worst stuff.
43.
Well, I mean, yeah, but that's just like that list was just all the segments of movie 23. Yeah.
Yeah.
The worst movies according to Razzies.
Yep.
That's pretty fun.
I mean, but anyway, we've got Good Will Hunting up against Doctor Sleep.
And Jordan first.
That's me.
Yeah.
Good Will Hunting versus Doctor Sleep.
Yeah.
I got to give it to Doctor Sleep. Yeah.
Chris,
I had to go with credit to Good Will Hunting.
Brian,
It's a spooky season, Doctor Sleep.
Scream already went for
I'm
it.
also going to go Doctor Sleep actually. Jacob,
I would have went Good Will Hunting.
but Doctor
Not
Sleep
mad at it
moves
though.
on. Doctor Sleep moves
We
on.
already
How
had
do you
Scream
like
move
them?
for it, that why I did it go with Doctor Sleep.
But got Princess Bride up against Mary
Oh
Poppins.
my.
Julie Andrews matchup.
Oh, yeah. It's a Julie Andrews matchup.
Chris-
Yeah.
Yeah, and Chris is up first.
The one that made me cry the most, Mary Poppins.
Brian,
Mary Poppins, y'all.
yeah, I'm also going to Mary Poppins actually. Jacob,
Mary Poppins, y'all.
and Jordan.
Inigo Montoya, y'all. Princess Bride.
That's the crossover I want to see.
Yeah, right.
Mary Poppins versus Inigo Montoya.
Yeah.
No, I want the
An epic
I want the
battle.
Princess Bride and Princess Diaries crossover.
Yeah, right.
Got Harry
With
Potter and the
like
Philosopher's
traverse
Stone up against
through
Skyfall.
Sokovia or whatever it is.
Brian,
Skyfall.
yeah, I've got to go Skyfall here. Jacob,
Harry Potter.
I'll go
Gordon.
Skyfall. Yeah.
Chris,
To avenge the Dark Knight the Philosopher's Stone, Skyfall.
Sorcerer's Stone, the Philosopher.
Either way.
and got Santa Claus up against What We Do in the Shadows. I'm first. I'm going to go What We Do in the Shadows. Jacob,
Santa Claus.
Jordan,
Oh man, this is tough. Yeah, I think I got to give that. I'm already second guessing myself. Yeah, I'll give it to the Santa Claus.
Chris,
I am silent judging you. What we doing, Shadow?
and
I will
Brian.
go Santa Claus.
Santa Claus moves on.
No.
Yeah.
Yes. Crumbles for the red.
Yeah.
David Crumb.
Good, but not like you don't. Not quotable like what we do in Shadow.
I mean,
The
once
milk
again,
has gone
both of them-
sour.
Dr. Sleep is
Both
in
of
the
them
little
championship
on.
Yeah.
I think of at least
I mean-
one Santa Claus quote every time that movie comes up.
We've got Scream versus Nightmare Before Christmas.
Ooh, spooky matchup.
Jacob,
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Jordan,
Scream.
Chris,
Scream.
Brian,
This is Halloween. This is Halloween. Never for Christmas.
yep, and in Halloween you Scream, so Scream.
Yep.
Prince of Egypt up against Gremlins 2.
Oh.
Jordan,
Gremlins 2. Yeah, that movie's great.
Chris,
Sorry, Gremlin had to go with Prince of Egypt.
Brian,
Gremlins too.
Prince of Egypt, Jacob,
Prince of Egypt. Barely.
Prince of Egypt is going to move on.
I'm okay with the movie on anyways.
Yeah, because we do have animation. Elite for it.
Got Doctor Sleep versus Mary Poppins. Chris,
Be the bird, Mary Poppins.
Brian,
I love to laugh, Mary Poppins.
I love to laugh, Doctor Sleep.
Yeah.
Jacob,
Mary Poppins.
Jordan,
Feed Rose the hat, she will eat your soul. Doctor Sleep.
Doctor Sleep was a musical. That must have been the director's cut.
Yeah, you missed
That's
that
what
one.
Cooper's before. I mean,
you got Skyfall up against Santa Claus. Brian,
The Santa Claus.
I'm going Skyfall. Jacob,
The Santa Claus.
Jordan,
Here comes Santa in the total tank. Watch out, kids. You just took out the Pearson home. Incoming! But I'm still voting for Skyfall. I just wanted to quote that.
Chris,
I am putting it into the Santa Claus Day Skyfall.
Skyfall is going to move on.
Yeah.
Chris is acting like John the Carroll last night with the whole Urs goes to jail incident.
Next
I
up,
was going to say the other quote. Does this look like a little weight to you? Shaking his belly.
But next up, we've got Scream versus Prince of Egypt. I think it's me first. I'm going to go. I'm going to go Scream. Jacob,
Prince of Egypt.
Jordan,
Just like the children of Israel, we got to scream, or the children of Egypt, or whatever they are. So I'm going to go Scream.
Chris,
Oh my god. After that, yeah, Prince of Egypt.
Brian,
Prince of Egypt.
Prince of Egypt moves on.
Man, to the championship. Wow.
I mean, Jordan, you haven't made that comment.
We've got Mary Poppins up against Skyfall. Jacob,
Mary Poppins.
Jordan,
As much as I would love to see a musical matchup, I just got to give it to Skyfall. It's the best James Bond movie.
Chris,
Like a best James Bond movie, I had to go with a musical matchup. Mary Poppins.
Brian,
I wish to see Mary Poppins with a James Bond crossover. Mary Poppins.
I think I unintentionally swayed people.
I would have gone Skyfall, but Mary Poppins is going to move on. Got Mary Poppins up against Prince of Egypt.
For the championship. Here we go.
Well, this isn't for the chip. Oh, this is just
Is
for
it?
the winner of
The winner
this
of this episode.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, for the winner of this episode, yeah.
Um,
It'll be a heavy favorite, I guess.
Mary Poppins and Prince of Egypt. Jordan.
You know what? I haven't voted for Mary Poppins in a while, so let's go Mary Poppins.
Chris.
Yeah, going to one that moment stick out to me every time as an adult. Mary Poppins.
Brian.
Do you see a film that hasn't won a tournament here or here in network? Prince of Egypt.
Oh yeah, wow.
I'm going to go Mary Poppins. Jacob.
Mary Poppins.
And Mary Poppins is going to win.
My God, it Mary Poppins.
Boom. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
And your winner.
Yeah.
So I'm so glad I hopped on.
Yeah.
You made Michael Rooker and John
Without
DeVay.
you, it probably would have gone a whole different way.
It
Jacob.
probably would have. Mary Poppins probably wouldn't have won.
Yeah.
Yeah, without you, we would get Julie Andrews matchup.
Yeah.
But
Probably would have been the Princess Diaries.
but with that, all the top 16 movies that got there will go into the championship to face the championship from part one. I'm just going to give some of the I've already given some away that is going to be there, but a couple more that's going to be there. Avengers Endgame is going to be there. Creed is going to be there, and Wolf of Wall Street are also going to be there. So those are just some of the movies that you're going to see mixed up with these ones. Gonna be fun. But Jacob, we can find you online.
Yeah, mostly over at Movie Hero Network. We just went live earlier today with a podcast about movies, doing a big horror draft. Originally, we were only going to do 30 picks, but we ended up doing 35. So it was me, Austin, JPO, and Eric Moreno. It was a fun time. So go check that out to see what was drafted. And then I believe I'm on you and Jordan, your top 32 horror movies.
Yeah.
Versus. So I'll be on that one. Looking forward to that. I've seen the list, and I'm happy to say that I don't have a lot of blind spots. So thank you guys
Nice.
for watching horror movies that I've also watched, because the words "I haven't seen this" will not be uttered a lot.
We knew you were going to be there, so we figured we'd make it easy on you.
I appreciate for putting your favorite movies around me.
Yeah, right.
But Jordan, where can people find you online?
Yeah, you can find us on all the social media if you go to Movie Hero 2121, or if you go to the Schmidt Friends and Family group, and if you have anything you want to post over there, if you have a project you're working on or a YouTube channel, you can post as much as you want there, and we'll share your stuff out, tell people to subscribe, all that good stuff, and eventually I want to make it an actual group for the Movie Hero Network. I haven't done it yet, but yeah, that'll probably come soon. But yeah. Tomorrow night we have our Grand Champions edition of the Seen and Heard movie trivia. So it'll be all of our former winners. So we have Moose Haas versus Ryan Permison versus Austin Pez Howe versus the winner of the free for all, Jonathan Caro, and then also our MVP, which is Jordan Owens. So it'll be a fun and probably a very close matchup, I imagine. But
a tough one.
Yeah, it'll be a tough one. But and then I'll just give just a couple of things we have coming up for the tournament fights and tier ranker. We will be doing me versus Malcolm, and we already mentioned that with our favorite horror movies. Then on Friday we have another one that Malcolm was kind enough to make the bracket for it. It'll be another edition of our Geek series. Will be best Marvel characters, so it'll be part of our quest to determine the best geek character of all time. And then just a couple other ones. Next week we'll have best horror comedies and best PG and PG-13 horror movies. I also wanted to bring up a couple of sad things that I heard recently. I heard Best Buy, as of next year, they're not going to be having physical media anymore in their stores, so that's sad. But then I also just read during the show that actor Michael Caine has officially retired from acting, so that means maybe we'll be doing something Michael Caine related soon on our
Alfred,
because he has been an actor since the 1940s, and he's dedicated most of his life to entertaining us, and he's done hundreds of movies. I think when I last checked, he had like 157 credits to his name or something crazy like that. So yeah, thank you for all that you've done, Michael Caine. But yeah,
2 weeks on rank on top 12 Michael Caine movies.
Yep. There you go.
we heard that word. Best movie.
I mean, there's a good chance he's probably going to come up on the poll for the next few weeks, because if he does have a movie coming out think it's
He actually
this
does.
year.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
the greatest. It's the Great Escape is, I think, and it's one of those ones like he's 90 years old. Like,
Yeah. He's 90.
he can't do
It's time.
as much everything he used to now. He's doing this on his own time and not like being forced into retirement by an injury or illness or whatnot. So,
Yeah. Right. He could have
um,
retired years ago. So.
I mean, he's been slowing down for ages though.
Yeah.
But Chris, where can people find you online?
You can find me here, Danny. Where I have a few matches that went up. Yeah, happy to be here over here. Movie Battleground debate match being set up soon. There'll be a pod there. Then you find me anywhere. There'll be a small year. You can find plenty of photos for your New York Comic Con on my Facebook profile from yesterday.
Brian, where can people find you online?
You can find me computer trivia on Pierce Code whenever I set for a match. The Pickle Moon Network. I think my match comes up on Monday with the triple threat tournament against Eric Moreno and Maria Hammond. I compete in Lifestyle Trivia. I'm in the teams tournament. I appear with her network, which I'm going to be on the horror comedy next two, not this coming Tuesday, but the Tuesday after. And vote for Snyder in the poll, guys.
Oh, it's still winning.
Yeah.
Good.
And also, I was just gonna throw in one more, just real quick thing is that 1 week from this Sunday we'll be doing a horror edition of the Seen and Heard movie trivia. There's a sign up on my Facebook page and also in the Schmodown Friends and Family group. What we're looking for are people that are just big into horror. If you're a casual horror fan, maybe just wait. We'll have some other matches for you next month. You can be a part of those. But we're gonna have some people that are like massive horror fans. So you're not really going to have a huge chance unless you're like a big time horror fan. So that's kind of what we're looking for. So just let me know. We actually already have 5 people signed up and we're looking for 6. So there is 1 more spot. So just let me know.
I think Eric Moreno could do a good job with there. He's a horror person.
True. Well, if I don't get any signups within the next day or 2, I might reach out to people. So.
It's horror trivia. I thought it was horror trivia.
Yeah, right. That's what I originally had a typo when I spoke horror into my phone and it put whore.
Horror.
Horror. Yeah.
I mean, I can understand that. I still trying to forget why it autocorrected that October to March, but
yeah.
But that you can find me on Tape Productions for host Bandcamp every Sunday. Tomorrow we're doing horror movies that we think deserve a legacy sequel. And you can also find me popping up in the movie here and there from time to time. Got our horror movie thing coming up this Tuesday.
Yeah, you'll be here twice this week. So.
Yeah, and you can also find me hosting trivia over on Full Metal. I forget which match I was going to drop this week, but a match will be dropping this week. I haven't decided what one it will be yet, but yeah, until next time, see you later. I'm just going to go out on this.
What's wrong with you?